With that, I think we're going to get started here with the adventure. Um, I'll just kind of introduce the story hook that I shared with you guys in the Discord chat, and then I'll give you guys a chance to introduce your characters, and then we'll jump right into things. So, the story hook that they are going to come into this adventure is called Against the Thieves Guild. I'm writing it as a level 4 adventure for 5e, and it'll also get converted into being a DCC level 2 adventure. Um, so the story hook that they are coming into this adventure with is that they all four of them are a group of adventurers. They've been traveling around with one another for a bit of time now, and they on one of their past adventures they came into possession of a what appears to be an old tattered treasure map. And the directions on the map seem to lead to a geographic location that is fairly remote. It's kind of out across uh, this this strip of land that is known as Tornheim, which is kind of like a Badlands, very desolate, kind of low hills, little vegetation and such. Not a lot of travel that goes out that way. Um, and so this seems to be a map that is would help to navigate some of that featureless terrain to a location where there may be some kind of treasure. And the big clue about this is in the margins of that map. There seems to be something of like a personal note to somebody, and that message scrawled in ink reads to D. To reclaim what I have taken from you and the rest of the sorority, you will have to follow in my shadow once more. But beware, if you take up this search, the reliquary of Silent Sisters may only be the second most precious thing that you will have lost. And it is signed simply the letter L. And so, in acquiring this map and researching what this might mean, you came across a few pieces of information. Specifically, what is this treasure that it seems to mention? And so the Reliquary of Silent Sisters, you maybe tapped into your own networks. You met with an information broker who was able to tell you that the Reliquary of Silent Sisters is a name given to a religious artifact that is important in the faith of Lorlana, the Vigilant Silence, which is a god that is sort of worshipped and revered by spies, diplomats, sometimes thieves, is particularly the patron of those who um, have information or secrets that they wish to keep so, and it is said that their faith in Lorlana helps to secret away bits of information that would be dangerous or otherwise need to be privileged. And so it is said that this reliquary, this object, houses the collective knowledge that Lorlana receives from her followers, whispered through their prayers. And so, it's the type of story that seems maybe um, unlikely or more of a myth than like a true magic item that might exist. But yet the stories of it have made it such a sought after thing that it's it's long been the type of prize that treasure hunters have sought all over the world to try to find this thing. Um, and your information broker would tell you that there was a thieves guild at one point that had claimed that they had this item. That was many decades ago. The thieves guild in question, who operated out of the city of Soulgrave, have long since disbanded, and there hasn't been any rumor or whispers of it having been claimed by anybody in recent memory. And so it would seem that you maybe have a clue as to where it went off to, or if not the reliquary, maybe other treasures that this map is leading you to. But one way or another, you've all decided to take that trek, follow this map, and see where it might lead you. Um, And so I think with that, we will go around here and grab some character introductions from all of you. And so I don't really have a prompt for you, but feel free to share with us whatever you like about your character. So, uh, Bo, would you like to start us off?
All right. This is Presto here behind me. This is the guy. If any of you watched the old '80s Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, he was the wizard. He's from Earth originally, but then he got on a Dungeons and Dragons ride and found himself in the realm, which is the D&D world, and suddenly he's a wizard and he doesn't know how to cast magic. So anytime he does magic, it has unexpected effects most of the time. So I just jam packed as much chaos into one character as I could possibly do, and I hope it's not a hindrance. We'll see. I'll do my best to run it smoothly.
Awesome. Let's go next to Lyra.
I'm playing Rio, who is also behind me. And Rio, they are a Wanti barbarian and doesn't have much of a background, but generally likes just, is kind of like a rough and ready sort of person, Wanti. And she's been following her sibling around for a bit and is a bit of the muscle at this point. That's about it.
Awesome. And here we go. Let's hear from the brother.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm playing BK. He's a Wanty Twilight cleric, and he keeps a dream journal where he writes all about rainbows and butterfly kisses and everything there. He is likes to speak from the heart, and he is full of emotion and soul, and wants to keep everybody alive. That's his goal. Haha. Good to meet you all. And hi, Rio.
Let's do this.
Okay. Whatever
So,
the case may be.
so like I said, I don't do a lot of these playtests live, but I have endured BK for many playtests prior to this off stream, so I'm very familiar with BK. Let's go next to Ken Kennedy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Daw, and all I'm gonna play Ken Kennedy, the college experience bard, also a rogue. You see here, if you're in need of a man who can lead you to victory and possibly, whatever problems, ailments you may have, I am the man to do that. But just so you know, I gotta make a parade in about 5 days, so we need to speed this up, everybody.
Well, as you can see, if the adventure isn't entertaining you, you've got these colorful characters to keep you here. So, oh, one thing I was gonna say though before we get started is I'm gonna say no rerolls or anything from the chat during this game, just because like it truly is for me a playtest, so I need to see like how things work without the outside element. So, yes, ask not what your party can do for you. All right, awesome. So those are the characters here, and so yeah, so you guys have set out on this quest and have spent several days of relentless travel, making your way across the unyielding expanse of Tornheim. Your party has navigated through a fairly treacherous path that the map has led you to. You've threaded through twisting ravines, um, unstable footpaths. Pretty much this entire journey, the landscape is just this bleak canvas of stone and earth, very little vegetation. Only the monotonous spectrum of grays and browns from the jagged earth keeps you from losing your sense of imagination. And the unchanging conditions kind of uh, uh, wear at you a bit. And so it is probably some relief when you finally find a weathered trail marked on your map that allows you to ascend a height of, I don't know if we could call it a proper mountain exactly, but a pretty big like outcropping of rock that kind of leads you to a higher elevation, and so you do get to a place atop this rocky crag, where you catch sight of an ancient, dilapidated village. There's a very solemn silence that hangs over the crumbling structures here. Um, the only sounds that you hear are the occasional gust of wind that kind of blows through the ravine below you. Amidst the surrounding ruins, there's only a modest, unassuming temple at the center that stands out as having survived the ravages of time. Adjacent to this village, you do see, kind of opposite where you have climbed up, a yawning entrance to a cavern that goes deeper into the earth. Flanking the cavern entrance, there are two imposing statues that stand sentinel, each carved meticulously from marble. Both statues depict female priests donned in humble headscarves. While their features are exquisitely rendered, the intentional absence of their mouths evokes a profound sense of awe tinged with unease.
Well, I don't know who those statues are, but anytime I see a cave that big, Tiamat comes out of it and starts breathing fire everywhere.
It's just the door. Settle down. It's fine.
I think that means that we are in the correct spot after all. We're looking for the silence.
I can feel all sorts of energies bubbling up in this place. Let me focus on them. Maybe they can tell me their stories. And he's gonna go like a little meditative stance for a second, and I'm gonna do one of my bard things where I can gain a story to help someone else. I rolled a 6. Let's see. Sorry, this is new stuff to me.
Boy, I wish the dungeon master was here. He'd give us some kind of riddle that would light the way in which way we're supposed to go next.
Perhaps this tale of the traveler might be able to assist us sometime down the line. In short, it's I can give someone temporary hit points
Oh, okay.
and a bonus. It's like a little bonus thing I can do.
I was getting all ready to like tell you, weave some story for you or something.
Don't worry, the story part is on my behalf. I got it. It's okay. Well, indeed, that is a place. What should we do with it? Do you think that thing is in there?
I'm sure there are things in there, friend. But before we go any further, I would like to bestow a few beautiful gifts given to me and give them to all of you. Will you accept them?
Oh boy.
What
What do you-
kind of gifts are we talking about here?
What are you giving away now?
Oh, Rio, you should know. You're first. Get over here, sis.
All right.
You are my beautiful sister, and I love you, and I don't want you to die. So I'm gonna give you aid, and like just like rainbows like part from his hands, and like everyone gets 5 extra hit die for the day.
All right.
Wow.
Secondary, I have one more thing. Sorry, sis. I know. I'm awesome. Second thing for all of you. I want to give everyone close your eyes and picture a beautiful rainbow neon light of flowers and beauty.
Oh, I don't think rainbow can be neon colored, but sure.
Open your eyes. I pray to my God and give you a gift. You all have dark vision. Ha ha.
Wow.
I can now see in shades of gray that I could have never seen before. This is really an eye-opening experience.
What? What happened? You just gave me something I had, or I must have still had it from the last time. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Don't worry.
All right.
I love all of you so much. Sorry.
I'm very intrigued at these statues with no mouths. What's up with that?
You could give me a religion check?
I can do such things. But the spirits may guide me in these such troubling times. Perhaps they can tell me their stories as well. I cast guidance. Oh shit, that's not good. That's a 2. Oh, hold on a second. And the guidance is a 1. Excellent. So grand total of 8.
Yeah, so you basically know a little bit of information, but not so much because of your own your own innate knowledge, but just because of some information you got from your researcher some time ago. But this is definitely in line with iconography of Lorlana, the demigod of silence, secrets, and discretion. Um, a lot of depictions of her will show her as a mouthless being, and it is said that she is someone that could keep secrets, and so many of her petitioners are people that would pray to her and give their secrets to her that she might keep them.
Well, that makes sense. Easy to keep a secret when you don't even have a mouth.
But then how do you eat?
Those must be pretty quiet prayers that they're making in there.
We should probably get a closer look.
So, wishing to get closer to the cavern. And so, as you do so, I now can start to direct you to some things here on my very sophisticated map that I have made for you.
It looks
Um,
great.
but you would be looking in, these are the two statues in question. And so as you progress north through the village, you would eventually get to the cavern and look in to this expanse. And you have been given the gift of dark vision from BK. You can see within, it is definitely a darkened area. It would be difficult to see without the gift of dark vision. And as you're peering in there, you can see that the cavern probably stretches up maybe 30 feet or so, marked by stalactites. This is a natural cavern, and its width reaches a span of 40 feet. Up ahead, you can see that there seems to be some kind of chasm that clefts the cavern, and there is an iron bridge that has been constructed here to span that difference. It's suspended by sturdy wires anchored to the ceiling, and it seems to lead to the opposite side of the cavern, which the dark vision is 120 feet.
This dark vision is going to be 300 feet.
300 feet.
Now,
Okay, you can easily see
yeah.
then to the other side of the bridge where you'll be able to perceive that there is another set of statues over there that flank a a stairway, a spiraling staircase that leads down. What would you like to do?
Well,
Boy, these shiny new peepers are great. I can see everything. Venger will never sneak up on us as long as we've got these in our skulls.
oh boy, I'm happy you like them. Uh, Ken Kennedy,
Yes. What do you need from me?
I'm, I think you look like a nimble type. You think you might go ahead and check it out?
I can do such things for us. That is why I'm here. Oh,
Come,
if you don't mind, would you also like another light source? Because, I mean, your cool eyes and stuff are pretty nice, but color is also pretty beautiful to see.
what do you think, sis?
What do I think about lighting up this dark place we're in? You just want to let everybody know we're here?
There doesn't seem to be anybody here. Everyone seems to be gone.
Uh, that sounds Debbie. Do what you think you need to.
I don't know. Do you see anything? Because I don't. Unless, do we see
He's
anyone
rolling.
hiding
He's rolling.
Where are you looking?
in towards the cavern?
No, you don't. There really aren't any like. I mean, unless there was like people hiding behind those statues way on the other side, that'd be probably the only good hiding place. But you don't see anybody moving about over there.
So do we have to cross this bridge to get to the other statues? Is that what I'm understanding from the map?
Yeah,
All right.
This is top down, correct?
top down. Yep. So this would be the. There's wires that like hold it up to the ceiling.
I mean, could I go over there to the bridge and see if it looks like it's sturdy enough to, to I could sort of put like I'm gonna go and put sort of a foot across and see if it's a
Yeah, so you move up and you get over to the bridge, and like as you move in, um, I mean, one thing you're gonna see is that when you gaze down into that chasm, like you don't see a bottom. It's like almost, it's just dark. You don't see a floor. Even with that dark vision, the 300 feet, you don't see a bottom.
whoa, this thing is deep.
And you go over and like kind of put a foot on the bridge just to see if it's stable, and like you test it a little bit. It sways maybe a little bit, but like the wire itself feels like it is capable of bearing your weight.
How far across does it look like it is, the bridge?
I guess maybe like 70 feet.
So this looks like a long fall. If you're gonna get across this thing, we're gonna have to move it probably pretty quick.
I sure
Yeah.
don't want to find out what's down there.
Would you like glowing rock?
What's that?
I cast light on a rock. This.
Oh,
You can throw it down the cavern if you want.
Yeah, I just grab it out of your hand and I just like drop it, look down.
Hey, not cool.
Okay. So you do that. Have all of you moved into the cavern now? Like up, like
Yeah.
you're all together?
Sure.
Yes.
Why don't you all make a perception check as you do that?
Okay.
I'll do Tides of Chaos to get advantage, I guess.
13.
21.
15.
19.
Okay, you all see the same thing happen. The rock falls maybe let's say like 200 feet or so. And then it disappears.
Something seems fishy.
Do we
Do
hear
we,
anything?
do we hear it hit? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hear a hit. Nope.
Hmm.
And so if anybody wants to make an Arcana check, anybody that's proficient in Arcana, you could do that.
I think that
Oh,
rock fell all the way to China.
I can do such a thing. What's a China?
10.
Oh, sorry. Earth reference. Speaking of which, you look like a guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was no bueno on the Arcana.
And
10.
It was 7.
Yeah, you know it was a magical effect probably that you just witnessed, but you don't really know the nature of what it was. Could maybe it was a teleportation effect, you're not sure.
Well, I have a rope. What do you think? Maybe
We could
have
tie
to-
it to Uni and send him flying across. And then
Uni?
little unicorn pop up on his head.
Wow.
Out from under his hat.
That's beautiful. I love your unicorn.
you get a horse underneath your hat.
There are all kinds of things in this hat.
It's beautiful.
So what is this unicorn?
It's familiar.
It's your familiar. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. We could give Uni the rope.
Go on, Uni. He's not scared of anything. I'm gonna send him flying across, I guess. But the rope's only 50 feet. Hmm.
Uh-oh. Do you want to tie it to another rope?
I don't have one.
Yeah, I have some rope. Let's still make it longer.
Thanks, sis.
I have 50 feet, so.
Okay, so the idea here is you're tying off some rope to this. It's like a mini unicorn. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'll just reskin it or whatever creature. I
Okay.
don't care. It could be an owl or whatever.
And you're,
I guess.
and did you say it's flying or it's like walking along the bridge?
Yeah. Let's make him walk. I don't think he flies. Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
So you're all standing on the southern side of this bridge, and Presto is gonna hold onto the bit of rope as it crosses across.
I'll hold on to it. If you, I'll help.
Be careful, Uni.
Yes, please be careful, you beautiful creature.
All right. So as the, I assume it's like a tiny creature, right? Like tiny or small. So it starts trotting along the iron bridge, and it gets like past like the halfway point, but like kind of like up over here. You see it steps onto like one of the plates of the metal bridge, like depresses. There's a pressure plate there, and you watch as like the bridge starts like folding up on itself and kind of creates like this cage that then folds up and has trapped your little unicorn in there.
Oh no!
And so this bridge is just hanging like over the chasm now. But as it does that, all of the sturges that are hiding in the little crevices up at the ceiling begin to get disturbed by the moving of the wires and such, and you see these winged creatures start to kind of sprawl out and start flapping about up there, and they look hostile.
We ought to protect the unicorn. It's a magnificent creature.
So we will go ahead and roll initiative. Let me see if I can find. This is one of the traps from Grimtooth's. I'm gonna see if I can find the original artwork of it while you guys roll up your initiatives.
19.
17.
I should have marked like page numbers on everything. There it is. So this trap, as soon as you hit the pressure point, it boop 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 folds you up into a cage.
Nice.
It sucks.
And I am just looking up my sturges here.
Where did you get the name Uni from?
That's a great question. I don't know. I think Bobby the Barbarian came up with it.
Oh,
Bobby, boy, he sure is strong.
So
Sounds like a
Sturges
cool dude.
Sturges get a 21. Anybody have more than a 21?
I got a 21.
You
19.
Oh, nice.
BK or what was that?
Dex,
Ken had 22.
yes.
Sorry.
And BK, what was your dex?
12.
12. Okay. You will go after the Sturges. Let's see. Rio, what did you have? You got a
19.
19 and Presto.
17.
All right. So Ken Kennedy, you are up first.
I'm gonna need you weird mosquito-looking fellas to calm down and just take a nap. I will point up towards them and cast sleep,
All right.
and I will affect 16 hit points worth of Sturges.
Let's see how many we have. There are 15 Sturges. How many hit points did you say?
16.
Okay. All but 7 Sturges are sleeping. So you watch as they fall asleep, they just drop. And as they fall, those of you that are paying attention, they just like disappear as soon as they descend the 200 feet or whatever. And that will bring anything else from Ken?
Now that's what I call a diplomatic solution. That's it. No, nothing else.
All right. So Sturges are starting to move. I need to have a little counter for myself. All right. So one of them is swooping down and is going to try to drain a little unicorn horse in there. So 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 points of piercing damage.
All right. And yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. Okay. So
Why do all the good die young?
No!
we got 6 left, and I think they're just going to disperse a bit. Let's see. There's going to be 2 that attack Ken Kennedy.
Oh man.
2 on BK, and then 1 on Presto and 1 on Rio. We'll just do it that way. All right, so attacks on Ken Kennedy. A 16 to hit.
Yep.
That'll be 5 piercing damage, and it attaches to you. Starts draining your blood. A 19.
Yep.
That'll be 5 piercing damage. So 2 of them stick right onto Ken Kennedy. 2 of them on BK. A 21 to hit.
Yep.
5 points. You got one attached to you. Second one, an 18.
18 will meet my armor class, so yes.
Another 5 piercing.
Ouchie.
1 on Rio. A 20.
Wow, that hits.
5 piercing damage. Jesus, this is.
Get rid of that dice.
Why haven't I been using this one the entire time? Like this past couple years, I always didn't like it so much because I was like, oh, it's gaudy and gold. And then 1 on Presto. 23 to hit.
Dang.
Jeez.
Man, I can't even shield that. All right. Yeah.
5 points of piercing damage.
Holy smokes.
Okay, so BK's turn.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks. I don't want to use it. I'm gonna just do we'll do Toll of the Dead. We'll try to get one of them off of me. Wisdom 13.
Fails.
All right. Takes these are not damaged at all, correct?
They are not.
They take. I'll just roll here because that's not. 4 points of damage.
It goes down. So there are now 6 Sturges. I assume that was like one of the ones that was on your
Mm-hmm.
on you. So you only have 1 on you now. And that'll bring us
That'll be it.
to Rio.
So it's on me. So do I need to use an action to get it off of me, or is that like, can I hit it, or what can I doing?
You could hit it. It's like attached to you. It's not really like a grapple, so you could still fight it and whatnot.
So I mean, I'd like to get it off of me and then take a swing at it. Can I do that?
Trying to
Or
pull
no?
it, or if you're trying to just physically like pull it off of you, that would be like a, like an action basically. So you probably couldn't do both in the same turn.
Oh, so okay. So I want to hit it. I want to damage it
You
while it's
just,
on my.
you
Okay. All right.
try to cut it off, or however you're. These things,
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
they're substantial, even though they're tiny. Like it's
Yeah.
not unreasonable to like try to attack it.
So I would try to. I guess I'll try to get. Well, actually, yeah, I'll try to get like hit it off of me. So I take a swing at it with the great axe, and it's a 23 to hit,
That'll hit.
Nice.
and it's 13 points of damage.
That one goes down, so you don't have yours on you any longer.
Sweet.
Ooh, and I'm like looking at the ones that are attached to the other guys, giving them the eyes. I'd like to move over to who has. Oh, I'll say where I am. I don't know where we are. So.
I picture you all are standing down here on the southern end of the bridge.
Mhm.
Okay. I just want to kind of go within range of the other folks that have the problem.
Yeah, no problem. That'll bring us to Presto.
All right. How many are left? They're all kind of clustered around us, right?
Yeah, you've got one on you. BK has one on him, and Ken Kennedy has two on him. And then there's
Presto.
one flying about over by the cage.
Oh, okay. Presto will take off his hat and, ew, gross, what is this stuff? I think we're in need of a little mischief. And he'll start spinning his little hand around the hat and cast Nate There's Mischief, which is a chaotic spell that does random effect in a 20-foot cube. The heck, when I click to cast it, it pops up like an extra menu at the world. Never seen this before. Oh, virtual tabletop not found. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yeah. All right. So
It's chaos.
so I rolled a 3. Okay, so I rolled a 3. So that means it's each creature in the 20-foot cube, which I'm going to try to contain all the Sturges in that way I can. Of course, not the cage one, but it says each creature in the cube must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all its movement to move in a random direction. But I guess it doesn't really say it does. It ignores us, so. But we know. Giggles.
So the cube is like on your side of the bridge.
Yeah, I think he was trying to target the Sturges that are stuck on us.
Okay,
you know what I
so
mean?
you could get 4, but that also means Ken Kennedy and BK and I guess yourself would be
Yeah, right.
in the cube. So these are wisdom saves.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Magic Man?
All right,
Let's
so
Yeah, I forgot to roll for chaos.
I'll
Okay, I
do
didn't do that.
I'll do mine first. So I've got 4 to go. So failure on the one that's on you, Presto. Success on there's
Oh
one
my goodness.
there's one on BK, that one succeeds. Then
Mhm.
2 on Ken Kennedy, fail and success. So 2 fails.
All right. I guess they giggle uncontrollably and move in a random direction.
Oops.
Do they
And,
do that immediately or
succeeded.
on their turn?
Oh, good question. Roll at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Okay, move. You fill. Okay, so it happens right away, but then at the start of each turn, I roll again to see what happens in that cube. It's going to be like a random thing each round. Pretty wacky. So I guess right now everybody would giggle who fails.
So the one that's on you, Presto, like detaches and just like nose dives down into the chasm and disappears. And
Good
then
riddance.
the other one, which was one of the ones on Ken Kennedy, just like flies north, but not down. And how about how are the player wisdom saves?
Presto succeeded.
I'm good. 23.
Oh, nice.
I like your funny words, Magic Man. I failed. I rolled a 9.
Oh crap.
Oh no.
Roll me a d6, and if you roll a 1, you're going in the pit. Okay.
No.
So with that, we will say you just move south. So you're safely on the ground still. All right. Anything else, Presto?
Mm-mm.
All right. Ken, it is your turn.
Use now my movement to giggle and laugh away.
Oh, if I could move
Yes.
out of the cube, that'd be a thing I would do.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, the only thing I guess I can do is I can pull out this tiny knife and stab this little fella that's still on me. Oh, I don't like him. Not one bit. 9.
9 will miss.
Oh, this is bad. That, that's it.
All right, so Sturges are up. Ken Kennedy still has one on him. That one is going to drain you for 5 hit points. The other one that flew north, Bo, what is the lasting effect of that, like after they've left the cube?
There's none. Just that turn. It just did it for that one turn.
Okay.
And then next turn, anyone in that area will have another effect. But until then, nothing.
Okay. So the one that flew north is going to fly in after. I need a D4. It's going to go back, fly after Ken Kennedy. So it'll dash to get there. So it doesn't attack you quite yet. So Ken Kennedy's got one stuck on him, but then another one that's just buzzing about, flying over his head. BK, you still had one on you. That one will drain you for 5. The one that's over by the cage is going to swoop on over. It also go for Ken Kennedy, but it'll dash to get over there. So he's just got the swarm of Sturges that are
It's
like
his uncouth.
up above his head. So then that'll bring us to BK.
BK's gonna look at Rio and say, I think we need Frankie.
Absolutely.
Okay, Frankie, get him! And I pull out a staff from my back and I throw it towards Ken Kennedy near, and a large constrictor snake appears next to Ken Kennedy with Sturges. And I think I roll him into initiative. So, and then on his turn, he does what I ask him to.
Just have him go after you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have him attack one of the Sturges on Ken Kennedy. So, bonus action, I'm gonna tell him to attack one, and I'll say one that's actually like stuck on him. So here we go. Constrictor snake to attack one of the Sturges. He is going to constrict the little Sturge. 21 to hit. I'm assuming
That'll
right.
hit.
All right. That's that's more than enough. That's 11 hit points
Awesome.
or
So
11
he
damage.
goes down,
Mm-hmm.
and Ken Kennedy is released from that Sturge. Still 2 overhead.
That'll be it.
And you still have one stuck to you.
I do.
Okay. So we've got 3 left. That'll bring us to. I keep like trying to look for like an initiative tracker. it's Rio's turn.
How close are the Sturges to Ken?
Oh, they're like hovering inches from his face.
Can I is it possible for me to step between them?
Not really between them, but you can get up to them.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'd like to go up to them and I'll swing at one. I wanted to try to put myself in between there to kind of make myself the target. But,
Okay. They're like right hovering like right over his head.
All right. Well, I'll try to I'm gonna take I'm gonna take a battle axe and I'm gonna swing it two-handed right over his head, to try to hit one of them before it
Duck.
hits them. Oh, that was a natural 20. Actually.
All right, awesome. So you're gonna roll 2 dice, which is as many hit points as they have. So one of those goes down. So we're down to 2
Okay.
Sturges.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, whew, I'm glad I aimed that really well that time. Whew, okay. I'm gonna stay there. I want to move as close to that Sturge as I can.
It's probably one of the ones that has already engorged itself on some blood, and so it's like popping a mosquito. It just right over Ken Kennedy's chiseled face.
This is
I
the
feel
least entertaining thing I'll do all week.
I feel like this is an improvement.
Oh no.
So let's see what crazy thing Presto is gonna come up with next.
Could he move the cube 10 feet? Would that get any of them?
So there's one that is attached to BK, and then the other is right above Ken Kennedy's head. So if you move the cube, probably you're gonna get Rio, BK, and Ken in it as well.
It's not worth it. All right. Yeah, let's and there's only 2 left, huh?
There's only 2 left.
All right. I think try it anyway. It's got. There, no, yeah, let's just firebolt them. Regular old firebolt. Nothing too crazy.
Firebolt could work. Kill him with fire.
12 to hit though. For 5
that'll
fire.
miss.
Whoa! I guess that's it.
That'll bring us to Ken Kennedy.
Calm your liver, Mr. Wiggles. Get out of my face. I'm gonna stab him with my dagger. I don't assume an 11 hits.
It does not.
This is not good. That's it.
All right. That brings us to the Sturge on BK. You're going to take 5 points of damage.
Nice.
And then the Sturge is going to detach itself from you and start to fly up. It's looking pretty plump. So it's going to move out of your reach.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit it with my mace. 21.
That will hit.
6 points.
And
I go
flat.
Duh.
just drenched. It was
Oh.
feeling like it was well fed enough, and it was about to go back home. So you get it's like a big berry just popped in
Mhm.
your face. And then we have one that is by Ken Kennedy. It's not attached. It's gonna try to bite, but it will miss with a 9. BK, it is your turn.
I am going to go ahead and try to toll the dead it. Wisdom 13.
It makes it.
Passes.
Yep.
All right. It's okay because Frankie's there. Get him, Frankie. Frankie will destroy the Sturge. He hits.
All right. So one Sturge left, and that's the one over by Ken Kennedy.
Does Ken Kennedy have? I thought we only had. I had it killed one, and then the other one was going after the one for
Oh yeah,
Ken.
yep, you're right. That was the last one. So you're done with the Sturges, and probably just as the combat is concluding, um, you hear something from inside the cage where the unicorn familiar had been, has since popped out of existence, but there is some kind of sound or a voice that is speaking from inside the cage. And the voice, it seems to be a female voice, says, "You aren't Dara? The trials ahead are beyond your capabilities. Sadly, your fate is to wither in this cage, forgotten and alone."
Hey, who do you think she's talking to?
I think she's talking to someone named not Dara.
She's talking to somebody in the cage. Who's in the cage?
I think that
Uni.
No, you. Oh, I'm sorry. He comes and gives you a hug with all the blood. But who's
that
talking over there?
I don't know. I've never heard this person before in my life.
How are we gonna get over there?
Perhaps there's a mechanism to release it.
Is the rope still hanging out?
Let's see. You guys had it tied around. I guess Rio would have had the end of the rope.
I could try to pull it. Can I try to pull it? Is
Well,
Uni still in there,
no,
dead?
no, it's a familiar, so it would have popped out of
Pooped, right?
existence.
Okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we can't
Yeah.
use him as a grappling hook.
Well,
Well,
I'll pull the rope back at least so that we have it on our side. The 100
well, if
feet.
possibly, I have an idea. I have the spell called Mage Hand. Wouldn't it be neat to, I don't know, tie it to the cage and swing across?
Boy, that sounds scary, but if you do it first, I'll try it.
I don't
Okay.
like your words, Magic Man. You made me giggle when I did not want to giggle. But as I always say, forgive your wizards, but never, ever forget their names.
Oh, that was good saying. Here, come here before you try. I want to give you something special and from my heart.
What would that be?
And I go up to you and I flash I flutter my little eyelashes and give you little butterfly kisses on your cheek and cast resistance on you. So you get a d4 to your saving throws. That should help you. Good luck.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is gonna be the death of me. I will cast guidance upon myself as well, and I will try to use a mage hand to, I guess, tie it to the cage
Okay.
to have us swing across as
Sure.
a means of traversal.
Yeah, no problem. Mage Hand is capable of doing that, so you use it to tie it off onto the cage, and then the idea is to try to Tarzan over there basically by using the rope.
Pretty much.
All right, who is up first?
I'll go.
Guidance.
Guidance, so
Oh,
extra
thanks.
D4 on this.
I'm gonna give you yeah, I'll do it. All right, come here, Seth. You know the drill. I'm gonna cast my resistance on you too, just in case. There you go. The D4, the saving throws.
Thanks.
All right.
Love you.
Why don't you give me an athletics check?
It's 22.
22. No problem. So you swing on over there, touch down on the other side, and are able to kind of, throw the rope back.
Oh, good. I was thinking that. How are we gonna get the rope back?
Yeah, because
Oh, I still have
it's
mage hand. It's okay.
well, now the mage hand is 30 feet, right?
Oh shit, you're right.
Um,
Oh,
so like, well, probably the way. I guess you could still probably grab hold of the end of the rope even if it like laid dormant or whatever, but um, yeah, not a problem. So you get the rope over to the other side, someone catches it. Who wants to try to go next?
I believe it's time for your brave and fearless leader to take a great leap forward. Guidance.
Am I able to like help catch them when they come over?
Sure. It won't have a bearing on the skill check necessarily,
All right.
but
I need a very big, strong person to soften my landing. Athletics, you said?
athletics.
Okay, that's good. 21.
Okay, no problem. You get to the other side. Rio kind of grabs hold of you and gives you a little extra support. Make sure you're safe and feet firmly on the ground. And who's up
I'm gonna give him a
next?
noogie. I'm giving him a noogie, and then that's it.
All right.
Careful. I paid a lot for this hair.
I can tell.
All right, here we go. And I'm gonna tie the rope around his waist in case this doesn't go too well.
I'm gonna give you resistance, buddy. Come here. You know what's coming. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Good luck.
And guidance as well. And,
Oh, a resistance, but
I don't mean
You
I mean
were.
on myself. Guidance.
oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, wow. That's good. We had the same idea. I think we all did.
And it was straight dexterity, right?
An
I'm sorry, I
athletics,
forgot.
strength athletics check.
Oh, whoops, that's worse. All right, here we go.
I got you.
Yep.
Just aim. Come
Oh,
on,
hey,
come on in.
13 plus 13 plus 1 is 14.
14. Okay. You get over there. So the thing is like it's athletics, but just because you have to hang onto this rope and like it is. What did I say? It was like 70 feet. Like it's kind of like a cumbersome kind of swing to get over there. But you make it. You've got Rio and Ken over there pulling you in. And so you send it on over, and then BK is our last one up.
Okay, everybody. Here I come. First off, I want to say I love you all. And second off, here we go. I cast guidance on myself. Here we go. 17 plus.
Yeah, you get over there. You must
Okay.
not have the flying thing at level 4 version of
I
BK.
don't.
Okay.
It sucks.
I was like, why isn't he flying over there? Okay, it must be a higher level thing. Yeah, so you guys are all over there. And let's see.
Can you untie that rope with that hand, or did you lose it?
well, that depends on how far away the cage is.
Probably you can't at this point on this side because the rope would have been tied off on the closer side of the cage. So it wasn't a problem on the south side, but now it's like just 10 feet out of reach. Let's see. A couple of things now that you're over here. You all have dark vision yet. So Ken, Do you get Thieves Can't? Like, do you understand Thieves Can't or recognize it?
I know thieves can't. Indeed. It's a
Okay.
secret language.
So
Nice.
you're gonna see over on one of these statues over here that somebody has carved some symbols into the plinth that it's standing on, and it doesn't seem like it's a part of the original stonework. So what you see is a two intersecting X's within an upside down triangle, and you would know that that is a warning that the area ahead is trapped.
Looks like someone beat us to this place. This area seems to be scouted up beforehand. There are dangers that lurk forward, but together, with our combined might and capabilities, we can be the ones to get through this.
You
Well,
would also see that you were kind of talking earlier about there might be like a release somewhere, and there is a lever that you will see that would have been like maybe just out of view before, but there seems to be like a lever over on this side embedded into the wall that potentially is a reset of the bridge. And yeah, so you're on
Who,
the other side and you can see that there is a staircase that leads down.
who wants to pull the lever?
Pull that lever. What for?
It's I don't know. It's a mysterious lever that appears to be right there.
I'll pull the lever. You think it's got a trap on it?
Probably. That's probably why I should let the mage hand do it. You know, for safety.
You cast
Then I won't do it.
cast a
I'll
mage
cast mage
hand.
hand.
All right.
Just you
You flip the
know,
lever, the whole cage like unwraps itself and then becomes the bridge once again.
Can I
that
reach
was
the rope
good.
now?
Yeah, you want to cross the bridge and try to get the rope?
watch for the pressure
I know
plates.
that time. I want to pull the rope really hard till it snaps.
Yeah, you can manage to get your rope back. All right. So, heading down.
Before we do, I am going to cast Vigilant Blessing in the form of a little butterfly that lands on your cheek, Rio, and you get advantage on initiatives. Or an initiative for the next initiative.
I get advantage for the next initiative. Is that
Mhm.
what? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
And during this time, I'll also use my College of Spirits ability to gain myself the benefits of the Tale of the Traveler. I'll give myself some 10 hit points and some minor increases, and then I'll determine another story.
All right.
Hey,
Didn't that voice say something about what was the name? Daria? What did they say? You're. They said you're not
Dara.
Daria. Dara. You're not Dara. And then can I if I look at the map, it's like it says D on it, right? To
Yep.
D. So this was like, is this? Do you think this is who they're expecting to come through here? Is Dara? Dara?
I guess so.
So who's
Did you
L?
see anybody there over there when you went to get the rope?
No, just Uni. No.
Uni.
Uni popped. Sorry. No, I didn't see anybody. I saw a rope.
All right.
Dara's a weird name for a sturge.
So as you are all questioning who Dara might be in relation to the map, you start to make your way down these stairs, which lead you to a stretch of corridor in front of you that appears to be 60 feet long, 5 feet wide. There's a stone door at the end of the hall that bears a symbol with 3 interlocking rings surrounding a pair of closed lips.
Three, like so like the
Kind of
fuck,
like
Olympics sign, but only three, and then oh yeah, you got it.
yeah, kind of like this, but there's like I don't know,
Oh,
like a pair of lips. I'm not a great artist, but there's the convergence of that kind of makes it look like a set of lips.
Is there anything on the path? Like, is there any other markings anywhere on the walls or on the floor or on the ceiling?
Yeah, actually, as you're kind of looking for maybe markings or some kind of design work in the stonework of the walls, you see that there does seem to be kind of this interesting, like intricate pattern of just grooves that they don't seem to like bisect each other. Like it's just a kind of a range of grooves that it almost looks like they all kind of connect and are a part of the same pattern. Um, any of you other than Ken proficient in religion?
oh,
No. No.
Well, that's pretty.
Mm.
hey Ken, what's that symbol mean?
Hmm.
Actually,
Let me think.
maybe upon seeing this, this is maybe a separate check. So you could do another religion check here.
Let me think on this one. 21.
Okay. Um, so looking upon this, you might not know it necessarily in relation to the religion of Lorelana, but these grooves, like you feel like these were placed here as some kind of spiritual map. That it might be like a meditative thing to follow these grooves with one's finger and um, just kind of use it as a meditative thing while walking through this hallway.
So, are they on just one side, or because it's 5 feet
So,
across, so it's just one
um,
side?
on one side, on the left side, so on
Okay.
this side of the hall over here.
I will say before we go any further, the spirits are telling me something else. Something of a tale of beloved friends, or in this case, beloved siblings. And they would like to share with you that a long and healthy life is the key to great success. So please, don't die in the next 10 minutes, because I can't help that. Um, each of you, the target and another creature of its choice that can see within 5 feet of it, gain temporary hit points equal to your bardic inspiration die plus my charisma. Both of you get 4
That's
temp
good.
hit points.
That's good. I need all the help I can get. I hurt a little bit, but we should continue. So that mouth. It's a mouth.
Perhaps, perhaps there's some pattern to these groovings on the wall that can help us proceed further. Perhaps the visions and knowledge of the great fox spirits can guide us in these trying times. I will like to cast a spell and like to cast enhance ability for Fox's cunning.
Okay. Is that wisdom checks
Intelligence.
or intelligence checks? Okay.
And I
On
like to
yourself? On yourself?
on myself. And kind of like looking down like as I'm seeing like these grooves and patterns in the wall as like a more of a meditative thing, seeing if there's any sort of pattern in which someone could walk down it. Maybe there's some like evidence of someone who's been doing this for quite a while, like kind of rubbing against the stonework or a sort of like pattern like that.
Hmm.
Um, make a perception check.
8.
They like all of the grooves do seem very smooth, as if as if they've actually been used for this purpose, probably for decades, if not longer. You're having a hard time seeing whether there's one that's more worn than the other, but what you are noticing is that they are all interconnected. So you really couldn't leave the groove. You just always have choices to like kind of follow the groove wherever it might go down the hallway. Um, you're probably also noticing it's not just grooves in the wall. There is some bas relief sculptures that are there as well. Some of them kind of depicting divine beings, angelic kind of characters with wings and headscarves and hoods, many of them carrying scrolls, books, or um, oftentimes one is whispering into the ear of the next and then kind of forming like a chain of figures, like almost playing telephone, I guess, like down the hallway. And the grooves and whatever kind of weave themselves around those sculptures. Um, so you just gave yourself a little boost on the intelligence there. Why don't you give me? Why don't you give me a history check?
$17.
So the absence of those patterns and such on the walls on the right side, on the eastern side, seems to suggest that you're kind of looking at the differences between the walls. The walls on the eastern side maybe look newer, or there's less signs of wear and tear.
I'm not sure how to read this one. Maybe someone's trying to do some chicanery on this left wall here.
What do you mean? You're speaking in riddles.
I don't speak in riddles. I speak the truth. It may look like this left wall is more of a newer addition. This right wall seems to be more original to what was originally here. Perhaps that might be the trap that's trying to lead us to. But other than that, I'm not too sure. I've only been here for a little bit.
So are we going to the left or the right?
Hey, now that you mention it, that wall's kind of sticking out a little bit. Isn't it? On the map. It looks like it is.
I see it.
Right here?
Yeah, that's it. We knew it.
Oh, I've seen your funny tricks.
He was giving us a hint the whole time.
Oh, I can see it slightly bulging.
No.
If you like, I can go first.
Go-
Unless someone else feels braver.
Come here, big boy.
Is this more that butterfly kisses on my cheek?
You know it. Here you go.
Get it done with. You're really smearing the blood all over. It's really great.
So, what's your marching order? It's Ken. Who's
I don't
after
know.
Ken?
Wait,
Presto.
you
a
just
second.
want to march down the middle of this thing and like smack the door down at the end?
Perhaps it may come to that.
Yeah.
I would say I'll go last. BK will go last.
Sounds good. So Ken, Presto, Rio, and BK. And so you guys are walking down single file through the hallway. Ken, as you're progressing down, you will spot that there is a pressure plate, maybe like 10 feet or so in front of the door.
Watch it. There's something fishy about this tile here. Oh, I don't like it. Perhaps I found myself a trap.
And probably also, BK, or not BK, Ken, as you're walking down the hallway, you can hear something happening on this side of the wall. Like there's movement. And
Okay, there's
probably some
one.
squeaking or screeching that sounds very similar to those large bat-like creatures that you were just fighting. And it kind of sounds like there's some kind of scuffle happening in the walls. Like you hear one kind of squeal, and it's kind of like choking, or it sounds like something's like strangling it.
Everyone, keep your voices down. We might have company ahead.
Hey, BK, what happened to your snake?
I was gonna say that Frankie went back into my staff. Sorry, I didn't mention it before. We're not gonna bring the snake through here. Thanks for reminding me. I'll be quiet now. Sorry.
Would you all like me to try to disable this pressure plate here?
Can
Not
we
while
just
we're
step?
standing here.
Go ahead. You can take a few steps back if need be.
All right.
Yeah, hold on. Sorry, you were saying something, Rio?
Oh, I mean, I could, if they think it's a trap, I could try to disarm the trap. I can't see though, because like, right, I'm behind. So, what's going on? Do you want me to
Ken,
try? I'll go up. Okay. All
Yeah.
right,
So
move.
back up.
thieves tools
Get out
check.
of there.
Rio, be careful, please.
It's a 13. I have a lot of bonuses too. Bad roll.
So you try to, pop this pressure plate off, or like at least wedge something under it, or like keep it from pressing. But in doing so, you just apply maybe a little too much pressure at one point, and um, I'll see if I can find the illustration of this one. But basically, the reason that these walls are newer construction over here is because they've been equipped with a trap that causes them to swivel like so. And so I'm going to say, Rio, you're probably not trapped within a segment of this walls like this, but um, Ken, Presto, and BK find themselves stuck in these chambers back here.
Where did everybody go?
Where did you
It's
go?
actually sorry.
Oh, Rio.
There's actually three chambers that swivel like that and segment off. So for those of you, so Presto, BK, and Ked, you're all in like a separate like kind of little cell like this, and you can see how I don't know. There's like what 2 or 3 Sturges that went missing, and a rock, and one of the we'll say it's in Presto's chamber. There's a little rock laying in there too, and
Oh, the light rock. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, for a
Oh.
couple of you, we'll say BK, Ken, you see evidence of dead Sturges on the ground, and around them are these little severed hands that are kind of crawling about. Like one of them is like actively like pulling a Homer Simpson on Bart kind of thing on one of the Sturges. And then as soon as you guys as soon as the walls like move, and these hands like just like kind of almost like freeze as if they're caught in the act, and then they kind of like form up. And in each of the cells there are how many did I put here? Four.
Rio.
Each one has four. There's four little severed hands that are animated, and so let's just start. Let's start with Presto. You're in this. I'll just write your names in here. So this is the one that Presto is in. So you got these four hands that are kind of like they just line up, and they start like kind of moving and they're crawling around you. They're just circling you.
All right. All right.
Could
Let's
I?
look at this hat and see if something's handy. I need these hands to unhand me. And then he'll like aim his hand and try to shoot missiles. Jim's magic missile.
Guessing a magic missile. All right, sounds
Like
good.
yeah, this is Jim's magic missile, which is which is like a less reliable version. But
Uh-oh.
so you have to roll attacks for each one, and let's see. So you do the first one is a natural crit 20.
Okay,
Not 20. Second, a 19.
that hits.
Dang, good rolls. Holy crap. And the last one, a 11.
The 11 will miss, but the first two hit.
Oh, okay. All right. And then it deals coming up 6 force damage to the first one and only 2 to the second.
Okay, so both of those hands get obliterated as you shoot down these missiles. Both hands get crushed. Then the other two kind of like leap up, and they kind of turn themselves to orient, like almost like they're in observation of the things that you just obliterated, and then the both of them just like fly up and try to grab at your face. Does a 18 hit?
It does.
So one of them like reaches up and like goes for a finger poke into your eyes, and you take 3 points of damage. And then these are pretty uncouth crawling hands. I think the other one's just gonna try to give you a little tap between the legs. A 19 to hit.
Dang.
So
yeah.
poke in the eyes, and then a little 3 points of bludgeoning damage to the nether region.
No.
And it sounds like Three Stooges all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hearing these sounds like from the sectioned off corridor behind you. Let's see what's happening in BK's corridor. The passageway just swiveled. You can see they got like one of them is strangling the Sturge, and the other three are just like hanging out nearby. Then like you show up, and one of them gives you one of these.
Oh, I was waiting to see what.
Oh
you
yeah,
did.
you're watching on the stream. Yeah, so another one kind of
That's
waves
not
you
nice.
off, like they're like, "Get out of here."
Okay, I want to go. I guess they don't look. They look like they want to hurt me. Okay.
I mean, they're just like little crawly hands with big bones sticking out of them. I don't know what's so threatening about that.
Yeah. I am going to. I wonder if this will. First, I'll call out Rio. As that you could hear it kind of yelling, "Get me out of here!" I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try a Channel Divinity. Turn Undead, and hopefully that might keep me safe. All right.
Oh shit! Seriously? Turn immunity.
Oh
no!
I mean, it's a hand, so.
I know. I know it's a hand, but still. Rio, please. I'm sorry about the butterfly kisses. I'll never do it
As
again.
you're doing your channel divinity, some of the hands like crawl up and give you a pat on the back, and are just kind of like slapping you in the face.
So where I am in the hallway, like, are they? Because your picture, so is it just like a wall straight behind me?
Behind
and then,
you,
like,
yeah, it's just
in there?
solid wall behind you.
And then so behind Presto is like the next person. I was BK, right? So there's these like solid walls between. They're not. The hallway is cut off now.
Yep.
All right, and I can hear like what's happening. So can I take action here, because we're not in initiative order or anything? Right?
I just want to get the reactions to the characters that are immediately affected first. So we'll go next. So BK, these things are just kind of like, I don't know, they're being a little cheeky with you right now.
Oh, stop it.
One of them's patting you on the head.
Stop it.
And Ken, you're in one of the sectioned off chambers too, and these claws that you are seeing are they're like crawling up your legs and trying to get onto your body and your armor.
Listen here, Mr. Wiggles. I normally am a fan of de-escalating all sorts of conflicts, but stay away from my size 10s. And all you hear is the loud cacophonous boom echo throughout the entire chamber. It's like a thunder wave.
Thunderwave. All right. Is that con save?
Con save, yep.
Just roll the damage quick. I don't think I have to roll.
15.
15. Okay. Yeah. All one of them was like even like trying to get into your bag to maybe swipe your coin purse or whatever. And as you hit the thunder wave, boom! You know the hands just fly across the room and like fly up against the wall and remain motionless once they drop to the floor. So let's go over then to Rio. So you're at the pressure plate. You just activated it. All of the walls swiveled behind you.
All right, and I can hear that there's something bad going on, right? So can I just try to see if the pressure plate will do something else if I let it go or whatever?
Yeah, you let go. It doesn't seem to pop back up. You try to press down. It just doesn't have like that pressure activation thing happening.
All right. Is there anything else in the space that I'm in, or is it just a blank wall now behind me and all around me?
The stone door in front of you.
I was saying, like, what are you guys doing in there? Like, the wall behind me, it's a stone that turned?
Stone. Yep.
All right. I mean, I guess I could just, I don't know. I guess I could just try to like, I probably would try to, is there a seam somewhere there? Like I could,
There's a
like,
kind of, but it is remarkably flush with the wall. There is a seam, but it you wouldn't be able to get like your finger in between there, like maybe a fine tool or a crowbar.
I was gonna say, I thought I had a crowbar, but I don't. I have a shovel.
So here is the old image of the sectioning corridor, if you can see that. That was how they drew it up in the old.
What are the two skulls next to it?
So
Signify?
the skulls. So it's a good question because they actually use the skull rating throughout the new conversions. So skull rating equals lethality of the trap. So it could be anywhere from like 1 skull to 5 skulls. 5 skulls is like probably instant
good.
death. Yeah. This is a
Just
2
like-
skull, so you're probably okay.
So I guess I would just kind of yell because I don't have any intelligence at all.
Sounds good. You guys will
I
definitely
would-
hear. You can hear beyond the wall. It's a little muffled, but
I would say like, well, what you want me to do? Like, you want me to try to smash through this? You want me to? What should I do?
Hurry, they're being extra cheeky with me.
so while that communication is happening a bit, let's see what's happening in Bo's chamber. So you still have two claws that are like kind of roughing you up a bit.
All right. You hands aren't nice. That much is clear. It's about to get hot in here. And he'll reach into the hat and pull out some spicy peppers and and start munching them and then try to breathe fire. But this is not a spell that he has on him, so I got to use like that weird thing, the magic item. Let's see if I could do it. It's like a level. I guess it'll be like a burning hand. So if you have to just roll an Arcana check and see if you can actually successfully do it. That's just like.
Okay.
And no, we failed by a lot. So it's gonna do something.
no.
It's gonna do something unexpected here. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a Chaos Bolt. Oh, that's still pretty good, right? That's
Yes.
that'll only target one of them though, huh?
That's
But all
a
right, so-
attack roll, right? A ranged spell attack.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
it'll
all
be
right.
at disadvantage because they are in melee with you.
Oh, snaps. All right, here we go. Here's the best attempt. That is a dreadful miss. Yeah, 7. Well, I'm assuming it's a miss. 7.
7 will miss.
All right.
All right. So they are going to attempt to retaliate. Crit.
Crit?
I got a crit.
Oh no.
My
Holy crap.
my dice are really cooperating with me
Uh-huh.
tonight.
My balls!
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Yep, this is the uppercut right to the ding. There's a little ding. And there's another one that's like on your face right now. It's still trying to claw your eyes out, and that was a nat 1. So.
Oh, nice. It balances out.
Yep. Okay, so BK, you've got all these, like, some of them are kind of grabbing your cheek right now and doing the little cutie pie.
Stop it. Like it's just, it's like the anime, like fluttery eyes, and it's stop it.
Little wet
Stop
willy.
it.
Woo, woo, woo.
Ah! They're not attacking me though, are they?
No, they're just humiliating you.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna continue to be humiliated. Stop it. I'm not gonna do anything and attack him.
Sounds good. Ken.
Oh, I need to think on this one. What to do with this mechanism? If there was a pressure plate to move these rooms, how can I get out of it? I guess the only thing I can really think of is how do I try to get out of this room? I don't know if there's any sort of thing I think of. Perhaps there's a hidden lever somewhere. And that's all I shout out because there's nothing really else I can do.
Sounds good.
So can I look
Rio.
around for a hidden lever out where I am?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Ew.
You don't see any. He's just looking around like, no, it's nothing.
Are you sure you're behind that wall?
Presto.
Don't forget, holy crap. Well, the heat didn't work. How about some ice? I'll try to do like a rhymes binding ice. I don't know. I don't even know what that does. I don't have time to read it, but I'm going to cast it.
That's probably what's going on through your brain right now. Is these guys are really working you.
Let's see if he can succeed on casting it even. 14 is what he needed. Okay, so rhymes binding ice here it comes. Doing it. It is a burst of cold energy in a 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a Constitution saving throw, and then if it fails, it takes 3d8 cold damage. Holy smokes!
Oh, nice.
All right, they both fail.
Nice. Yeah. You should have worn mittens. I guess that's that.
Just the coal just like kind of crystallizes up, and they just become completely still and drop off of you.
Right. And maybe I take one of those frozen hands and kind of put it where it aches and try to soothe the pain.
BK.
Like an ice pack.
Yeah.
They're starting to kind of crawl down. A couple of them are kind of giving you a little tickle under the armpit.
Stop! This is horrible.
One of them gives you a honk on the nose. Honk, honk, honk.
Oh, hurry, Rio! They're giving me wedgies. Ah! Help me!
So you're flailing around and taking this.
I'm gonna look to see if there's anything in here that might get me out.
Make a perception check.
22.
So you do see in the corner of the chamber, there seems to be, beyond just like the corpse of the Sturge, there are some bones in here, like human-sized bones, presumably someone long ago who got trapped in here. But amongst the bones, there seems to be a polished stone, like a kind of a glassy sphere that is kind of amidst the bones that you catch sight of.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of be like, sorry. I'm gonna try to go and grab it and see what that is.
When you go over there to try to grab it, the little hands, like one of them goes over there and slaps your hand.
What the? Ouch! What? Don't.
And then
They're slapping me now.
wags its finger at you like, no, no, no.
Is that how I get out?
It's just shushing. It's like gesturing for you to back away from the treasure.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Ken Kennedy.
Well, I'm not gonna sit around idly and wait for someone else to solve my problems. I'm gonna figure this out myself. And I don't know, I guess I'll look around, examine the room, see if there's something I can use to get out.
All right. So you start searching around, and unfortunately, like the walls seem locked in place. There doesn't seem to be any lever or mechanism that you can find. At this point, I think all of the hands that were actively fighting anybody have kind of ceased, and so basically, from the moment Rio that you triggered the trap, we're gonna fast forward 30 seconds pass, and then you hear a pop underneath the pressure plate.
I just heard it pop. Should I step on it again? Or should I trigger it again?
Did you mean to trigger it the first time?
Let's go with no.
Was this some sort of choice exercise that you weren't telling us?
How about can I just try to do another disarm of it?
Sure.
Okay.
But what if you need it to open us these doors and get us out? Should you press it again first and then? Okay.
What do you want me to do?
Trust your heart, Rio. Trust your heart.
Don't listen to your brother. Step on the plate. What's the worst that could happen?
Step on the plate. Oh, there's some stuff going on.
Uh-oh.
Task is in progress. Are you stepping on the plate?
And she's just gonna be like, "Ah, to hell with it." She's just gonna jump on it.
Those things are gonna spin and like send us flying out.
Oh, I see. My cord fell off. Sorry about that. Yeah. So
Oh, no
you
worries.
you press on the plate, and the doors swivel, and you're all like deposited out into the hall.
Oh, there you are. Where the hell did you guys go?
And then
Yeah.
you see the middle chamber. There's like these four. I don't know why that's happening. I will fix this in a second. But basically, the hands, like one of them grabs that stone, and then the others like try to support that hand. And that clump of four hands are trying to move southward down the hallway.
What do they have? What is that?
Can we see what they have?
It's the stone,
The sphere.
the sphere.
Oh. Oh, well, do you
Now
want that?
hold on there, creepy crawlies. I have to have a few seconds with you, if you don't mind. Just a few minutes of your time.
Do you
You
need
see-
that stone?
I don't know. Does it look like anything?
Like the stone?
It's a polished sphere of black stone. It's like it's a I don't know, perfect obsidian sphere stone.
Oh, that was the
Now-
thing that was with me, right?
That was the thing that was
spear?
with you. Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I heard spear for some reason. Okay, yes, that makes sense.
Do you intervene as they
I
move
wish to
southward?
attempt to communicate to them. So yes, intervene. Unless someone stops me. You can if you want.
Careful, they're gonna give you a wedgie.
Or worse.
So what are you communicating to them?
Listen here, fellas. I know your life has been pretty tough up until this point, but think of the possibilities. I am a scholar of the spiritual world and like to lend stories. In trade for possibly writing down your stories, I can hand you this notebook and you can write down anything to your heart's content. All I simply need is that stone. This could be an opportunity to share your history and your story to the rest of the world. No longer will you be trapped underneath this weird, I don't even know what to call this secret place. You know, stuck behind those walls for centuries. Probably wasn't great. Think about all the lives you could influence up until this moment. So, what do you say?
Make a persuasion check.
Is he talking to those hands?
I think so. Deb, I
7.
hope. Oh no!
With 2.
They were down the stairs after the second half of the second sentence.
They'll come around.
That was a great speech, Ken, but they don't have ears.
Oh, I seem to misjudge the situation.
All right. So you have reset the hallway. It is now just a 5 foot wide, long hallway.
I'm gonna just be like real cool about it. Be like, listen, don't step on that.
Just step over this tile.
Rio, for the future, if you ever need help with such tasks, I might be considered an expert in this field. I'm just putting that out there. If you need any assistance, I can help.
That's cool. You got it.
At least
you
we
ass-
didn't get hurt, Rio. It's okay.
I don't know
you-
about you, but Prester there looks a little rough
Oh.
around the edges.
Presto, are you okay?
I don't know. I got slapped silly in that closet.
Do you need some of my love?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You don't have to say yes.
He gave consent. It's happening.
I'm gonna go and just I'll cast some healing with you. I'll give you a wow, I didn't take cure wounds. I'll do a healing word on you. Here we go. Oh nice. You get 5 hit points back.
Gee, thanks.
It's okay. It's not the best I could do, but anything for you, friend. Wow.
All right. So a little bit of butterfly kisses happen, and what are we thinking next?
Well, you wanted to try to do the traps. Do you want to try to figure this door out then?
Well, let's see what the door does. Let's have a look. See.
So, I assume you like resume the former position, Ken, Presto, Rio, BK in that order. And you navigate around the pressure plate, and you get up to the stone door. And as you get maybe within 5 feet of the door or so, as you're going up to examine it, the lips on the door start animating and moving, and they speak in the very familiar female voice that you heard out in the cage, and they say, "Steal my pride, Dara? You merely borrowed delusion. To the right, fall victim to what you are. To the left, face your deepest fear."
That was a
Um,
lot of words I did not understand.
I wish I knew who Dara was as a person, because then we would know what their fear was.
It said to the right is what she is. Is she one of those hands?
And the doorway opens, and there's a corridor. This corridor has those grooves and that design work on both sides of the halls here, and seems to go to the east and the west.
Any thieves can't scroll on the walls like before, or no?
You don't see any here.
Well, honestly, I have no varying opinions on what we should do, other than the good old fashioned eeny meeny miny mo.
It's a classic for a reason.
All right,
Yeah.
who wants to be caller for this one?
I mean, I'll go first. Just you guys got to pick which way. I don't know which way to go.
I've got a good
Oh,
feeling
that-
about the
that-
right.
Well, someone said a direction. That sounds like a very opportune moment to go.
But is that the fear one or become? I don't want to go to the fear one.
Wait, the right is what Dara is, and the left is what she's afraid of.
Oh, let's go right then. Hopefully, Dara's a nice person. Maybe they're like a steak dinner.
Well, I don't know about you, but this person really sounds like they hate Dara.
And we found out who's making the voices. These lips.
All right. So I'll just start walking down the hallway.
Careful, Meg. Look at the ground. Watch
Oh,
Rio, please.
okay.
All
So-
right. So you start going to the right.
Sure. And I will attempt to keep an eye on the ground as I'm walking and the walls. Kind of like go slow and like peek around the corners as I'm going because I feel like I'm feeling like I'm trying to like sneak up on the hallway.
Yes. Definitely treating this as if you were in a trap infested place. So you follow very carefully down the corridor, checking, looking, examining. It takes you probably 10 minutes maybe to navigate through this small stretch of corridor. Just how hyper vigilant you are. But you get to a point here. Is my thing sharing again for you guys in Discord?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So you get to like right here. And basically you're standing on the precipice of a large chamber that is recessed. Like there's basically a pit underneath you. 20 feet down is the floor. So it's like you're walking through the corridor and all of a sudden the corridor ceases. It's just a straight drop down. And there's a chamber down there. 4 pillars that are kind of holding up the ceiling. And down in the pit, on the eastern side of the room, you can see an iron door. Etched into its surface is a symbol of rings closed around shut lips.
It's the same symbol that was on the last door.
Yes, same symbol.
So could everybody see this? Because I would let everybody know what I'm looking at if I'm up front.
Yeah, I mean it's a 5-foot corridor is a little tight for fighting side by side, but I mean you guys can see and look around each other and such.
So we just have to run across here and get to the door.
That sounds like an idea bright and ripe for death. Perhaps we should at least take a moment, see what this person truly is. Perhaps there's a creature that lurks below.
At the bottom of the pit, you don't see any evidence of anything that lives down there. This chamber, unlike the little compartments that you were trapped in that had bones and dead sturges and things like that, the bottom of this chamber looks relatively clean.
Well, we could climb down using that rope. I guess it's my turn to go first.
Well, is there anything on these? You said there's columns that are holding up the ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's 20 feet down. So how high up is the ceiling? Like
Ceiling is probably like in the corridor. It's like 8 feet tall. So the pillars, I guess, would be 28 feet from floor to ceiling.
Can I see anything like on the pillars that any markings, anything that would indicate there's anything mechanical happening?
Make a perception check.
Oh, 18.
So they don't have any patterns on them. They're like there's no iconography on them, or there's no design work. They are just like pillars that maybe have like kind of like little ridges in them.
Like vertical ridges, like columns, or
Vertical ridges, yeah.
Okay.
So you really can't tell, but your intuition tells you that there's something about those.
There's something about those.
Yeah, I mean, like without doing something further, like if the way you phrased it was you're looking for something mechanical,
Yeah.
like potentially, but without doing something more, like you don't see a mechanism, but like your intuition tells you that could be possible based on the design work of the pillars. Like they're utilitarian, not design pillars.
These don't look like they're holding up the ceiling. Like, why would these pillars be here if they're not holding up the ceiling?
They look cute.
Maybe
I
they're
don't-
holding down the floor.
Wow.
Oh. Maybe we throw something at the floor and see if something reacts.
Okay, come here.
Not me, silly.
Oh, I was just kidding. I was kidding.
Oh, you
I
scared me.
gave him like a little.
Oh, stop it.
I can throw a glowing rock.
Yes, do that. That's good. You're
Is that
smart.
the same glowing rock?
I find rocks wherever I go. Rocks are everywhere. All you have to do is keep an eye open. They can come in handy.
They're tossing a rock down there, just like a little stone.
Yeah, stone with light cast upon it.
Okay. Stone falls, drops to the floor, makes a little bit of noise. Nothing really happens. It's illuminated down there.
Can you make it come back to you now?
I mean, I can cast a mage hand and pick it up if that's what you want me to do.
It seems
No,
that we.
I'll get
I
it.
could just make. I can just make a new rock. It's fine.
I mean, I could just go get it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, Rio. This is where we all stop you now. Hold on. Is that what we want to do?
I mean, she's entitled to be her own person. I'm just the man who looks for the traps and disarms traps.
Maybe you should go down then.
As I said, I won't stop Rio from doing it if she wants to do it.
No, go ahead. Look for a trap.
I mean, this whole room looks like a trap to me. Just
You
don't know
found
what
one.
it. I think we all had an idea that this is probably a trap room, but we just don't know what it does.
Don't know how many skulls it is either.
Oh no!
Oh,
Maybe we should go that way, the fear room, and let me
perhaps
just look.
perhaps Sophia was the room all along.
I miss Uni. He'd be great right now.
I mean, I could get Frankie, but he's not gonna. He's not good.
If one of us wants to fight down, I'm fine with the idea.
Okay, how about we tie a rope around you there, Ken, and we'll pull you if something goes bad.
You know, I had a vision of the spirit world at one point where someone did a very similar thing, and then all I felt was hot.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll be able to pull you back. It's not like you're gonna catch fire or anything. I'm gonna give you a little resistance to your spell DC or your spell save.
Okay.
And I would be like holding the rope, helping hold or holding the rope.
Okay, so the plan is to tie a rope on Ken and have him rappel down with like BK and Rio holding the rope.
Is that what you want to do? Okay.
Fun idea.
Okay. So you descend down there. And when you touch down on the floor, the pillars seem to act. I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe this. Basically, the ceiling and the floor in this chamber are not anchored to the pillars, and the pillars really act more as like load responsive columns. And so the ceiling and the floor descend as you touch down.
It's an elevator.
And so now Ken
we were trying to-
Kennedy is in his own chamber basically, like the rope is pinched between the ceiling and like the ledge, like the lip of the ledge where you guys are standing. And so he's trapped like in this separate container. The
Ken.
door that is on the eastern side of the wall is 10 feet up. And as the chamber, one second, I have to make sure I've changed the details on this a few times. So, to the western side of the chamber, Ken, you can see that a previously hidden door opens up. Like there's just like a hole in the wall on the western side where there is a big, ferocious hellcat that emerges. And so the whole fire thing that you just brought up is pretty spot on.
I found the creature.
Just this hideous thing. It's just like magma is pooling off of its fangs as it hisses. It's got like the flesh on it. There's like rips and tears in it where gases like are exuding from its body and like igniting. And this thing is prowling about and it looks hungry. Presto Rio BK, you are safely at the top of the corridor. Your friend, now you cannot see them. You just got the rope and, pulling on it right now, it wouldn't really be loose. It would be pinched in between that ceiling and the floor. But a corridor has been revealed to you because now what was the ceiling is now a floor in front of you, and there is a hallway that has appeared. And on the opposite side is a door.
Oh, hey, we found the exit.
Unfortunately, there is a horde of rats that has also been revealed, and they have been freed from this little compartment where the door is, and they are so it's just a hallway in front of you now. Like from your guys' perspective, this is like one long hallway.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. So, the rope would be like if there's a hallway where if we were facing south, and the rope would be pinched like to the left of us. on the
like
ground.
like at your feet basically, where
And there's a
yeah.
wall there now, or it's just
It's for you guys that are on the top. Like here's a new drawing. This is what you see now. So like this is where the ledge had been, but now the chamber has dropped, and now you just have a hallway that you're looking south along.
The floor for us is the roof of the
Yes,
container that he's trapped in.
but it's narrow. It's only a hallway width
correct.
now.
So we can roll initiative.
Remember, someone had advantage on it.
Yeah, Rio has
I
advantage.
did. I actually
Yeah.
rolled a natural 20, so
Oh, nice.
good.
Change the
But I
change.
have no idea what to do. So
Presto got a 7.
All right, swarm of rats.
rats.
Oh boy.
So you got a swarm of rats, and you got Ken Kennedy, who is the rat.
Oh no.
No one figured out my secret all along.
Swarm of bats. No, I need swarm of rats. There it is. Okay, they have an 8, and then Hellcat is a new creature.
That's not good. Oh no, we gotta deal with rats. This is horrible.
Hellcat gets a 10. All right, who had higher than a 10?
I had 20. Well, I had 24 actually.
Rio, 24.
22.
I got it.
22 for Ken.
19.
Oh, 19 for
Oh, I'm sorry.
BK.
Actually, it was a 20. I had a 22 as well. So Ken and
Oh.
I are the same. Sorry.
That's all right. Maybe just for the sake of the scene, I'll have Ken go first. And then I'll be switching between the... Yeah. So Ken, Rio, BK... what did Presto have?
A 7.
7. Okay. Okay, so it's going to go Ken, Rio, BK, Hellcat, Swarm of Rats, and Presto. Ken, you are up first.
Oh, I don't assume there's anywhere to hide in this room. This is bad. Very bad. What to do? I know. Hey, kitty, kitty. Perhaps we got on the wrong terms. Perhaps if you just leave me alone, we can get through this together. That's a good kitty. I'm gonna shoot with a crossbow bolt. 15?
15 will hit. Sorry. I don't think it's going to matter to you too much, but there are along the bottom of the chamber that you're now in, the walls around, like the walls that are exposed, there are spikes around the room embedded in the walls, like foot long spikes.
Ooh, that actually sounds like a better idea for me. I mean, I already chose to shoot, so 15 to hit.
Let me just double check. Well, 15 does not hit.
I will start backing myself up closer to like the spike wall.
Sounds good. That will bring us to Rio.
Um. I'm sorry. I'm looking at what this does. So so there's these rats. They're like down this corridor.
They're
How far away?
they're starting to come down the corridor. They're like on the opposite side, so they're like 30 feet away.
I mean, there's a bunch of these, right? This is gonna take forever if we got to hit one at a time.
So just statistically, like they are a swarm, so like they're a single target.
Oh,
But
okay, all right. All right. So I would just step forward and swing my great axe.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, it's a 25 to hit. It's a natural 20
Nice.
again.
That will hit.
I don't know. Nice, man.
Nice.
Rat soup.
That is 11 damage on it. Oh.
11 damage. All right.
Oh wait, do I roll again for the natural 20? I'm sorry.
2 dice. Yep. Or you double the dice that you would roll for damage.
That's an extra 5.
An extra 5.
Awesome.
All right. So you take a big swing and you manage to kind of cleave through some of the rats who go flying across the room, but there's still dozens more. But you cleaved off a fair number of them with considering it was only one swing.
And is there anything to notice other than rats coming at us in the hall down this point?
Just there's a door. There's a door
Okay.
at the end.
The door open because the rats came through?
The door is not open. It's just that there is like basically a 5-foot square alcove on the other side that got revealed when the chamber depressed, and so they were like trapped. It would seem in that little cubby. So
Okay.
they're not coming from the door necessarily, just from the enclosure.
So Dara is a bunch of rats.
Apparently, that is the opinion that this phantom voice thinks of her. BK.
Aha. I hope Ken Kennedy is having a better luck than we are. We got to deal with rats. I don't know why I rolled. I'm gonna be doing Toll of the Dead. 13 DC Wisdom for the swarm of rats.
That will be a failure.
Oh, sweet. So that will be 12. D12. Nice. 11 points of damage.
Quite a few of them stop cold dead in their pursuit of you, but there's still maybe like a dozen or less still charging forward.
Okay. That's it. I'm staying where I was.
All right, the devilish feline in the cage or in the spiked chamber with Ken Kennedy is prowling about. Its singed coat of fur, eyes are gleaming with predatory instinct, and it is going to exhale a cone of flame in your direction. You make a dex saving throw.
That's cheating. 18.
18 will save. You take 10 fire damage.
Only 10? Owie.
You have a good thing you made it.
Con save. I am still as cunning as a fox.
All right. Rats are moving forward. Rio, you're right there, so you're going to be the target of their little bites as they start swarming at your feet. An 18 to hit.
Ooh.
18 hits.
And there is a chance that this is really bad.
Oh no!
So, you will take 3 piercing damage. So the bite, not too bad, but you need to make a constitution saving throw because these are diseased rats.
Okay. Is that Wait a minute. It's 15.
15 saves.
Eh.
From what?
from
kind of-
Rattlebane.
Is that
Rattlebane is a disease that professional thieves fear contracting because it'll give you intermittent muscle spasms and uncontrollable shaking.
gross. What was the damage on that?
You took 3 points of piercing.
Oh, that was it. I just saved against it.
You
I thought there
saved.
was like
Yep.
half damage. Okay.
Well,
Woo!
yeah. You take the 3 points of damage, but you saved against the disease. Yep.
I thought there was going to be like half, damage for that or something for the extra damage. Sorry.
Yeah. No more damage. Just this is a nasty disease for this dungeon to have this. That'll bring us to Presto.
All right. So is the swarm? Since it's a swarm, is it sharing the same space with her, or is it like a?
Yeah, it's in Rio's space currently.
Can he target it with like ranged attacks and stuff?
Yeah.
Without hitting.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
target it.
Oh, cool. Like, anytime you see a rat, you gotta kill it with fire. You just firebolt it. For man, his firebolts suck. 9 to hit, so miss. I'm sure.
Yes, that'll miss.
Gosh.
Ooh, brings us up to the top of the order. It's Ken's turn.
I'm gonna need you to get out of my way, kitty cat. And I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave into hopes of pushing him into the like.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Sounds good. Con save.
Con save. Yep, 13.
Great again.
16.
Saves. So he's not pushed, but he takes 5 damage.
All right.
Yep.
Next up is Presto. Or sorry, Rio.
I am going to I'm gonna rage. Because rats really make me mad. And I'm gonna take another swing, two-handed swing with the great axe. Oh, so 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then how does this work? I get advantage. Okay. Roll again. It's better. 15 slashing damage.
And you manage to cleave through and rend through the last of the rats. So you guys have beaten these terrifying diseased rats.
Hooray.
Good job, Rio. You made those rats go splat.
Wow, Rio. I haven't seen you this mad since you lost at mini golf.
BK?
Hey, what happened to Ken?
Where'd he go?
I'm in a position I'd rather not be in.
So technically, BK, it is your turn.
I don't know. Is there a way to deactivate? There's always been a way to deactivate. Do you think we might get? I don't know, Rio. Maybe you want to either go forward or back. What do you think? We have to do it together.
We do?
Yeah, we get lost together. Pretty much, I'm going to ready my action to either go forward when you go forward, or I'm going to stay back, but I don't want to.
Sounds good. Hellcat's turn. Hellcat, let's see. Does it recharge its breath?
No.
I don't remember. 5?
That looks like it
The
would.
I normally
recharges.
does.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
But how bad are you looking, Ken?
I'm about half the Ken I used to be.
Okay, he's gonna breathe a little bit more then. Dex save.
25.
All right, 10 fire damage.
I am no longer half the Ken I used to be. I'm about, 20% Ken. Anywhere else, I'd be a 10. But right now, I'd say I'm a 6.
So, one thing just to point out, just so you're aware, like you with the spikes being there, they are kind of like a threat or whatever. Like you were trying to use them for your advantage. They do sort of provide an ability for you to climb up to the. It's a little awkward, but you could use them to climb up to that door that's 10 feet up off the ground. So that's what the Hellcat does. It breathes more fire on you. Presto, anything that you were doing from the safety of the corridor where you are?
Is there any way to peek down and see Ken and the cat? Like any way to look down
No,
through a gap or anything?
no, they're completely concealed.
Uh, yeah, I don't know then. I guess stick with the others.
All right, Ken.
It's time to get out of here. I guess I'll try to maneuver myself up to using those spikes, see if I can get myself up there
All
towards the
right.
door.
I just want to check. I think it's a relatively easy skill check, but I just have to see. Athletics check, DC 12.
Why could it never be acrobatics? Nope.
So you're struggling, you're
no.
trying to get up there, but to no avail. Rio BK, anything that you would like to do?
We're going forward, sister.
Like it's
I'm gonna cast the bonus action healing word.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we either go forwards or we go backwards or we wait here and die.
Wow. You could tell we're related. That's beautiful. All right.
One of those options sounds terrible.
I think.
Which one?
So you guys are
think,
heading south,
Yes.
and you're gonna go open that door.
Yes. I ready my action, so I hope
Okay.
we could
Oh,
all.
so is it a bit? I don't know if it's me, but yeah, I could open the door if I can open. I'll try to open the door.
The door opens and leads to another hallway that extends down some probably, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20, probably
Just
60
gonna
feet or so.
say I don't see Ken here.
Go back.
Okay, so you just took a peek in and didn't
Mhm.
see an immediate way to get to him, so. We will skip over to the Hellcat,
No,
which does not get its breath back.
that's good.
So he's gonna go and bat with his claw at Ken Kennedy.
Can we hear that this is happening? Like, are we getting any sense of what's happening?
I think so.
You heard a loud boom from below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16 to hit.
Yep.
That will be 7 slashing damage.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait.
I'm still Ken. Anywhere else, this is horrible. I have a parade to get to, and I will not die here. Possibly, maybe.
All right, Presto, Rio, BK. I'm just gonna kind of like you guys are doing stuff, trying to, if you got like a big idea, just like let me know. But I'm gonna try to resolve Ken's stuff here. So Ken, it is your turn.
Well, I gotta see if I'm still focusing. I'm so cunning as a fox, one might say. I got nothing else, more or less. There's no way I'm getting up those stairs without him hitting me. So, hush, little kitty, don't say a word. Ken's gonna just leave you here all by yourself. I'll use my last spell slot to cast sleep on him at 2nd level. That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Let's see.
He has 40 hit points.
Impossible, I think. Oh no, it's possible.
Oh,
You can do
78.
it.
Yeah, it's possible.
78. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
Where do I make this possible? Boop, 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 boop. 30.
Oh, that's 78.
Yep.
Ah,
I'll roll a lot of twos. At least 4 of them.
This is not a sleepy kitty.
I will, with my bonus action, the last thing I can do. Go on without me, everybody. It was nice knowing you. Live long, happy lives, and pray to be stronger men. I will give a bardic inspiration to Presto.
All right. It swipes at
Yeah.
you for 13 slashing damage.
Yeah, 0. Yep.
All right. So, we don't really know what happens with Ken Kennedy, but Presto, Rio, and BK, suddenly, at some point, it gets quiet within that chamber. You heard his last call out, like, go on without me, and then is suddenly silenced.
Presto, you are inspired for 1d6 for 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Oh no. He was our bread and our butter. What are we gonna do now?
This place is a lot scarier than the realm.
Can we run back down the hall to see like what is there is there anything behind us that was
You're going back behind, like, back towards where you came from?
just
Okay.
to see if there's like some kind of trigger there that it could,
Okay. So you guys are gonna, try to find a reset or something. You spend maybe 10 minutes doing that, and at some point you hear like the room resets, such that if you go back there, you will see the pit. But no sign of Ken, no sign of anything. Like it looks the way it was. There might be some scorch marks and such around the room now, but the room is reset.
Uh
Maybe he made it. Should we go down that hall there and see if we can find him?
I don't know. That's a good idea. Uh uh oh.
Uh,
Oh boy.
while this is happening,
During the
I'll just message you, Dawson. I'll let you guys think about what you're gonna do.
He
Could
was
have,
the steak dinner. Ken was the steak dinner. Oh no.
could Presto during that 10 minutes when they were trying to figure out the trap, could he ritual cast detect magic just to see if that helps anyway?
Sure. You,
Does
you
help?
have detect magic up. In the current circumstance, nothing but your magic items would be glowing.
So the only way we have to go is that long 60-foot death trap hallway, right? That's all we got. Or is there? Oh,
I mean, you could
we're
always
back
go.
left.
You could go to the fear room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If this is what this side is, then what's the scary side got for us?
What do our rats afraid of? Cats. There's probably a cat on that other side for sure.
that makes sense. Definitely. The door that we opened though here, did it have the symbol on it or was it just like a plain door?
The door to the south was just a plain door. So this door here was the plain.
Yeah.
I think
I
we have
say
to
we
go
go
the
that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're smarter than me. What do we do? The
I am?
presto? I'm sure I hope
Oh.
so. We're in big trouble.
That's a lot of pressure. I'll say, let's go south until something happens.
Okay.
Okay.
We would
So
have to reset the.
you would have to
map.
find a way to put some weight down on the floor because right now you can't see that door. You waited.
Oh, we're back up again, north
Yeah,
again.
you guys kind of were looking around. You waited. 10 minutes had passed, and
Oh, okay.
really what it is the cat isn't standing on the floor anymore. So there was nothing weighing the chamber down, so it has popped back up.
Well, let's go see what she's afraid of, I guess. A cat doesn't sound too bad.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go to the fear hallway part. Okay, so that is happening. I have to flip back to Dawson quick because he
Oh,
rolled a nat 20 on a death saving throw.
nice.
So he has 1 hit point. And I think we're gonna say that as this happens, the cat has you in its jowls and is like dragging you into its little it's got a little den that's over on this side. And so it drags you into that little den, and that's like when it decided to do that is when the trap has reset. So you're in there, trapped with it,
Mm.
and you're alive. The Hellcat doesn't seem to really maybe notice that you're conscious. It just kind of like drags you in there. It's kind of batting you around a little bit, almost like you're a piece of yarn or something that's just batting around, toying with you. But it's not actively harming you.
We don't hear any of this though,
This is
where
No.
we are.
horrible.
No.
I really wish I failed that last save. I rolled a nat 1 in the second roll. This is really unfortunate. I don't know what to do. I have no spell slots. I got no nothing. But there's only one thing I have left up my sleeve, and that's the only possible thing that could probably work here. I don't know. Do I play for the beasts? Because I'm dead either way. They're gone. They're going on without me. They took my words to heart, and they're gonna live long, happy lives. I I don't know what to do. I will pull out my flutes and try to just enthrall this Hellcat beast with a magical performance like I've never done before.
All right.
Would we hear that?
I think you guys have gone you've gone to the other direction.
Perhaps me and this cat could be good friends, or I can give him some food. I won't be his food. Perhaps this was just all a life journey that we went on together to realize that there's more to people than just being fiery beasts, but sometimes they may have a soft side.
All right. So you're just doing a performance check to is that what is happening? Okay.
Sure.
Give me a performance check.
11.
Awesome.
It hates this song that you are playing.
Let this happen. Just let it happen.
It rolls a 21 to hit.
Yeah, dead.
And,
You
yeah.
don't have to do this process again.
Yep, it is pissed off at that song, so it's just gonna rip you to shreds.
Horrible.
If I could, I'd give you the little.
Oh.
I mean, you can draw my face there and just have my thing right in the middle.
Oh, you should. That's
Okay.
important. Oh no.
Oh
Sorry.
That's
So-
pretty good.
BK Rio Presto, you go down the other hallway. abandoning Ken Kennedy, and you get to a door.
What's this door look like?
This is a stone door. It does not have that symbol on it that you have seen previously.
Is it kind of at an angle, or is it just like?
Yeah, the hallway does
Straight
kind
down?
of end at a slant there.
You want me to try this one?
Uh, sure.
Why? Why? Just kick it open.
No,
Oh.
no, that's not
Uh-oh.
good.
Presto will move out of the way if he sees Rio winding up to kick.
All right, not a great representation of this room, but there it is. So you kick down the door, and on the other side you see this chamber, which is composed of dark, smooth stone, and it is lit in here, dimly lit by ghostly flames that are contained within sconces in the walls. And in the center of the space, there are 6 treasure chests, each one unique and distinct in shape and material. And as soon as you kick down the door and the dust settles a bit, you see that there is an inscription that begins to glow faintly on a panel to the southwest in the wall. And it reads, "In silence they hunger, by mistake they awake. First seek the key held within 3. The mimics song sung, they will point you to 1. Follow its gaze and return back to the maze."
That's another bunch of words that I don't understand.
I don't understand that one either.
Oh no. Gee whiz.
I
Oh, good. You
I,
put it
I
in there,
dumped
yeah.
it in the Twitch chat if you wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, that helps. Take they awake.
Oh, you have to be quiet. First seek the key held within 3. The mimic song sung. They will
This
point.
kind of sounds like some of the stuff the dungeon master would always tell us.
What do you? Yeah, who's that? Is that your grandpa?
I don't think so. He's the one who gave me this magic hat.
Oh, well, it says that it has to be. We have to be quiet, right? And we have to go to the 3rd one. Which is the 3rd one?
I guess it depends where you start counting.
Oh no.
So I'm going to start to number these,
Okay.
just so we have a frame of reference.
Yeah, not
There's the
because
third
it's.
one. I see it.
There it
has
is.
3 on it.
So you're going to look around and you're going to be inspecting these chests for the differences, probably.
I know what we should do.
Whoa.
We get a rock. Ken Kennedy told us the answers before he left us. There's rocks everywhere.
Let's go get his rock.
No. We get rocks here and throw them at the chests. If there's a mimic, then we know. Then what do we all know about mimics?
They mimic.
Sticky. They stick, right? So they're sticky. Throw the rock, and then whatever sticks to the thing is a mimic.
God, you're so smart sometimes.
That's the only thing I know. And that I love you, sis. Those are 2 things. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go to get a rocket. I'm gonna hand them to everyone,
Okay.
and probably from the door, I'm gonna throw it at number 3.
You throw it at number 3, which is a chest carved from ebony. And it is adorned with ivory inlays on its top. And you can see that there's a letter E, which is inscribed on the keyhole plate. And your rock hits the chest and just hits the side of it. Don't. Nothing happens.
Do all the chests have letters on them?
Yeah, so you start to look around. Chest 1 is made of polished maple. The lid of the chest has these like slats that are crafted of mahogany that are kind of laid in on the top of the lid of the chest, and it has the letter C carved into its keyhole. Chest 2 is constructed from brass, features a trim of maple wood encircling its lip, and numerous holes punctuate the chest's edge. The letter R is carved into the metal plate on this one. Chest 3 is the ebony chest with the ivory inlays. Chest 4 is constructed of oak, and it has like these pipes running along its side. Letter G is carved in on its keyhole plate. Chest 5 is made of stone, and there's leather that has been tightly affixed across its flanks. Kind of has a drum-like appearance. The letter S is inscribed over the keyhole. And then chest 6 is forged of polished silver. Intricate carvings on the outside of the chest kind of have like musical notes and symbols impressed upon it. And the letter I think I have a typo here. We'll say the letter M is here.
Okay.
It talks about songs sung, and it says chest 3, seek the key, and it looks kind of like a piano.
Oh, music.
Which one was that? What number?
Number 3, it's ebony and ivory with stripes. It looks a little bit like a piano, doesn't it?
It has
Ooh.
a bit
Oh.
of that type of appearance. Those ivory inlays, as you go up and you start looking at them, look like buttons. It's really too bad your bard is not with you.
Wow. Well, let's see. Am I proficient in anything? Because if I would be proficient, at least in music, I would kind of know what was going on. Nope.
Are any of your characters proficient in a musical instrument?
I'm trying to see if there's like a spell that gives that or something, but I don't think there is. Oh man.
I don't have anything.
Sometimes I can create sounds, but they're not real. I don't know, I try a minor illusion, and just do a best attempt at mimicking whatever piano music he may have heard at any given point. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe the dungeon.
Yeah, your spell happens, and you produce that sound. Nothing happens in the room.
And it's what's on the ivory one? You said it's an E.
The letter E above the keyhole plate.
So then obviously anyone. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do that. I mean, does that do anything if he just goes up octaves?
You're what? Humming?
I'm I'm humming with my mouth
Humming.
open because that's what BK does.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to press one of the buttons or keys or something.
Which one's E?
Um, does it go A, B, C, D, E? The
I
fifth
think
one?
it must be the last one. Yeah, for sure.
All
No,
right.
Who's not the last one? Z is the last one. A, B, C. It goes on and on and on.
Is there a Z on the chest?
No
Well,
Z's that you see.
No. The N
oh.
looks kind of like a Z.
I was gonna press the fifth one. The
Do
fifth
that.
button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ding. It actually emits kind of a flute-like note that seems to like emanate from deeper within the chest, but there, sounds like a E note. Nothing
So Rio,
happens.
Did we
Rio's,
do it?
Rio's just gonna be like, "Why are you guys talking about music?" And she's gonna take her rock and throw it at chest number 1.
Um, it hits the side of chest number 1. Oof. Along the
That was pretty good music.
like it hits
This
like
other
the side, of the chest.
this other chest over here, the silver one, has music notes on it. Does that help?
Oh, yes. Let's look at that.
This polished silver chest. It has some carvings representing notes.
Hmm.
Letter M carved on the keyhole plate.
Is that M as in Mary?
Yes.
Or
Oh boy. You want to try a look in the other room? We could try to open one. I don't know. Maybe the ebony one. I know it's probably not right, but we could at least try.
Well, is there just 2 chests that have any indication of music on them? So there's the music note one, there's the one that resembles the piano with buttons or keys or something on it. The other ones have any kind of visual representation that indicate?
No visual representation other than why don't you give me an intelligence check?
Yeah.
Guidance or
Guys?
help.
Okay.
I don't know.
That'll be great. Okay. What does guidance do?
Plus
Extra
D4.
D4.
Okay. Please hold.
As Presto tries to recall anything the dungeon master ever told him, it might apply to this situation.
6.
You got a
I
6?
got a yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're just not too sure.
Are the notes on the silver one labeled with letters?
No. There's not like a staff necessarily. It's just like it doesn't appear functional to you. Like you wouldn't know necessarily what these notes are because there's no reference really. Like it's really just more of a design.
Presto press the third key on the black and white chest, hoping
Okay.
that it's just...
It plays a different note, like a C note. I don't know if that it would be accurate, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's a
same.
different sound.
Yeah, look over at the C chest to see if it opens. No.
Nothing has happened. So which would probably strike. That's probably a good thing, but
So, can I go over and just be like, all right, I know one. I know a song, and you just kind of like play like like chopsticks on it, like
On the ivory lid.
the one with the
Yeah.
keys. Yeah.
Yeah, so you play it and it sounds, as good as your skill allows for it to sound.
It's awesome, isn't it? Listen. I think
You
you're
are
all
really good.
inspired now. You're all inspired. I heard somebody say that before.
I think I might know what they mean when they say mistakes cause them to be awake. I mean, that racket would wake up the dead. Or, I mean, I don't mean offense. I just mean it's just loud. Is all.
Yeah. But maybe it'll wake up Ken if we try hard enough.
uh,
Hey, what if we throw one of these chests in that room over there? Maybe it'll make it go down again.
that's right. Yeah, we should do that. Let's
All right.
get the third one here.
You want me to grab one? Let's grab one.
Okay, I'll help.
Can we grab one? Which chest are we grabbing?
The third one, the one with the keys.
The one with the
Music
keys.
note, not the music notes, but the piano looking one for Ken.
Well, we'll give it to Ken. Okay. Let's do
He'll
that.
be happy. I'm sure he's okay, hopefully.
So can we pick this up, Alex?
You can.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
All
Here we
right.
go.
Is it heavy?
I mean, it weighs about what you would expect.
Heavy enough. We're gonna go over. Oh yeah, good idea, everybody. We're going over to the other place. We're going back.
Back and forth. But if we throw this down there, I'm gonna get the rope. If we throw this down there, it's just
Oh
gonna disappear
no.
like Ken.
What does that mean?
He's pointing at it. That's ominous.
I know I saw it, but
Chest
Punisher.
number 2, chest number 5, and chest number 6 don't like that you're trying to take one of its friends away, and they reveal themselves to be mimics. Big tongues
Oh.
reaching out, and their maws full of teeth, and we're going to roll initiative.
What
Here
was
we
it?
go.
2,
Goodbye.
5, and which one?
And 6.
Okay.
2, so at this point probably I can tell you, so only 3 of the chests are actually musical notes. And so if you hit them, like chest number 1 is essentially a xylophone. If you hit one of the slats on the top, act like a xylophone.
Oh.
The one with the ivory keys, yeah, that one you figured out, like you could play it. And then the one with the hollowed out oak that has the pipes running along its side, you can blow into them, and you could produce the letter G. And so if you play all 3 of those simultaneously, it'll awaken one of the mimics that will show you where the way out is.
Oh, wow.
So that's the key is not a physical key, it's the musical key.
That would have been real helpful to have the bard. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
But here we
He's
are.
a bard of spirits. He might come back.
We got a mimic fight instead.
That's good. Here we go.
So the mimics have a 10. Anybody have higher than a 10?
22.
22?
I got a 6.
I also have a 6 with a dex of 12.
Oh, wait, that's you. I got a 7.
Oh.
Sorry, I was looking at the history to see what I rolled because I forgot.
Wait, where?
Dang, Kenneth Kennedy custom rolled a 30. What the heck? Oh, that was a sleep thing. Dang.
All right, Rio, you are up first. So the mimics have revealed themselves as you guys are trying to take the chest out of the room. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna I'm gonna be like, crap, and then just I'm gonna swing my great axe at the one that's closest to me, I guess.
Sounds good.
That's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
11 points of slashing damage.
All right. we will say this is the one that is constructed of brass.
Okay. And I think I will rage as my bonus action as well.
Sounds good.
Oh,
So
you know what? When I have this, wait, with the rage, where is it? Oh crap! It says Wild Surge. When you enter rage, roll on the magic table to determine.
Oh, you're
magic.
wild too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you roll a d8 and see what comes up. It'll do something random.
Okay. I forgot to do it the first time. It is. I rolled a 7, and so that is flowers and vines temporarily grow around you until your age, and the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for enemies.
Nice.
Yeah. That's such a weird coincidence because that's what I was gonna do on my turn.
So we'll say you guys have
Like,
just
almost
exited
exactly.
the room right here, and so there's all this vine growth or whatnot that is piling up. Okay. So Mimic's turn. Um, obviously Rio, you're up near the one, so it will attack you back with a pseudopod attack. A 17 to hit.
Miss.
So that will miss. And the other two are going to try to get in pursuit, but I'm going to say because of the vines, they'll be delayed a bit. But they'll get up to basically where you are, Rio, and that will take their dash to get there.
Okay.
So that'll bring us to Presto.
Hey, good idea, Rio. These music boxes wanted to hear a whistle, but all they'll get from us is thorns and thistles. And they'll do like a cast and tangle and try to tie them up, which is going to require a what is it? A save, right? It's a strength saving throw or be restrained. It's only DC 13.
What's the area in that?
20-foot square.
Okay, I'll say you can get all three of them. And we're just getting a
Nice.
raid here from Drake Takes. So good to see you.
Oh,
Thanks for
yeah.
coming in and bringing your folks in to join us. We're doing basically a playtest of something I wrote for Goodman Games here tonight. This is Against the Thieves Guild, and we've already killed one. So I'm trying to take down these last three to see. But right now I have to save against this entangle spell, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, that one fails. That would be the one that attacked Rio. Second one will make it. This will be the chest of stone. And then the last one will be that polished silver. He will roll a 2, so he's entangled.
All right, and then skedaddle on out of there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're still in the room. You're at least Presto and BK. You guys are in the hallway, so potentially you just close the door. This could be over. That'll bring us to BK's turn.
So is Rio in the room though too, or is
Rio
she out?
currently is probably just on the other side of the door, kind of fending them off with her axe.
Would I? Is it possible to try to grapple Rio and close the door?
Well, Rio's after you, so
Oh, I guess. Then I will ready and act.
Rio's raging currently, so I don't know that they're gonna willingly just go
I
with
guess
you.
that's right. Rio, do you want to close the door? Please. I'm gonna go.
You gotta be kidding me!
We gotta go. It's easy. Close the door.
Nah,
I
nah,
know.
nah,
Don't
nah,
be
nah.
mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. I guess I will do a Toll of the Dead on the one that's engaged with Rio.
All right.
DC 13.
Fail.
All right. That one has been hit, correct?
That one has been, yes.
All right. We're gonna go do a little bit of damage then. 4 points of damage.
All right. 4 points.
Maybe Rio. We could go.
Rio's turn.
We're running? Are we running?
Yeah.
Those boxes look hungry.
Fine. So I just kind of I'll back up and I'll slam the door shut.
All right. I'll take you out of initiative. They won't pursue you beyond the room. So,
Oh boy.
Well, now what?
I don't know. We go home. Just kidding. We're not gonna stop. It's important. We've been all our lives waiting for this moment. We have to go get it. Let's go back.
Did Rio grab the chest? Or no? Do we have it?
I don't think
No,
you
it's not.
have it. Yeah, I
All
think.
right.
We all go jump down together in the other room.
All
We
right.
don't know what happened when that happened.
It's okay.
But that's the only door that we've seen that has the marking on it.
That does
Mhm.
sound like the best way to find Ken.
Yeah, I'm sure once we go down there,
And his rock, the light rock.
let's do that all
So
together.
you go and you jump down into the pit, and it will descend. And just for the sake of,
Hmm.
for my purposes, all right, you have a fight with the Hellcat, and it dies. And you'll find Ken Kennedy's body, like he's dead,
Oh,
inside that little cubby there.
Ken!
Kennedy, no!
No one ever died in the realms.
This is so sad. I've lost many people on adventures I've been on. But either way, Ken, no.
I guess he found the trap he was looking for.
Oh, what a pretty headband.
So at this point, you loot the body of Ken Kennedy and
Yeah, he has I think he has a band of intellect.
Dude, man, we could use it.
Yeah.
more in the loss of your friend. What would you do after that?
I would put it on Rio because it looks so. I think Rio, you would look really pretty with this on, and I put that band of intellect on Rio.
Over my fur hat.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
What does that do?
I think it sets your
Makes-
intelligence to 19.
19.
Yeah.
Wow. That's double.
You earned a spot at the front of the line.
That's actually more than double. That's like that's really smart.
All right. So in your current predicament, basically you're in the trap, right? Like the floor has been depressed, and so the only way out is through that door that is 10 feet up. And so it seems like the natural thing to do would be to climb up the spikes and like get up to it.
Yeah. Yes. Do we want us to do a safe or?
So it's a strength athletics to try to climb up there.
I'm not too good at those.
And really you really don't have to make the check just because there's no time pressure here. Eventually you'll climb up there. So who is trying to do this?
I'll do it.
Okay. So Rio, you climb up there and it's a iron door.
So I'm really smart now, and I know this is an iron door.
What is that thing?
It's an iron door.
Is there
Is
any the markings are on it with the circle or
This one had yes, it had the symbol with the rings closed in around the lips.
all right, I'm gonna knock on it and be like, "Go ahead, talk to me."
You knock on the door, and the trap activates. And so this one is oh, you can't see me, but so imagine that this door has hinges, like hidden hinges on the bottom of it, and it's going to swing down like a mouse trap. And it's going to snap and knock you underneath it and swing downward and try to trap you between it and those spikes underneath it.
Ooh.
I didn't understand, but that's okay. What do you need me
Guys,
to do?
So
It's like
here it's
oh, yeah.
imagine like the idea of a mousetrap, I guess. So here's your spikes, do do do,
So
and
it's gonna
so
knock me down
it's
and try to
gonna
impale me.
yep. So
Okay.
you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's nasty.
Okay. It's a 20, 18 plus 2, 20.
All right, so you will take half damage, and you won't be restrained between the door and the spikes. You'll just kind of like get clipped a little bit. So you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
But it is an actual door, and there is a hallway beyond that you can now climb up and get back into a corridor.
All right, it's good. Is everybody coming or is just me?
Yeah, for sure. Climb up.
No,
Yeah.
we're going.
All right. So we won't go too much longer, but I just want to see like what happens in this next part. And so I'm going to turn myself to a new page here. And so this is going to be that doorway that just opened up, the trapped doorway that Rio just opened up. And here is a corridor that will then, you know what? I'm not doing this right. I'm gonna start my illustration over here. So short hallway, it bends, and then there is a staircase that leads up, because you were now had dropped 20 feet down from the original kind of complex, and so this starts to take you back up. The hallway here again resumes with those markings, those grooves, and those designs that seem to be reminiscent of whatever religion, this Lorlana religion that took hold here. And passive perception, so I just have to check. I think I had a trap on these stairs at some point, but I removed it because it was a little too much.
I'm sure though, honestly, it would take us a while to get up these stairs because I'm sure we'd be like, oh no, there's stairs here.
To the top. Peek around.
You lost
Yes.
your person with the big passive perception.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you see these stairs, you're checking them out very carefully. And then it seems like when you get to the top here, corridor bends to the west. Just gonna keep following the natural path. So you
I
go
mean, you're asking, or it's like, I mean, I guess we would just be proceeding down carefully.
right. So then you would turn and take a turn to the north here at the bend. And as you would do that, In this space right here, there's a 5-foot square space. Basically, the floor will move up, and there's like a plinth of stone that's like 4.5 feet by like 7.5 feet. Like it almost completely encapsulates like the corridor, and it starts moving like behind you at about your speed. It'd be about maybe a little slower than you, but it seems like it is a block of stone that is directly on your heels.
So it's trying to push us down further down the corridor further.
Yes, and
It's
so
7 feet tall. You said.
yeah, like it's basically floor to ceiling. Like it's not
Oh.
completely flush, but like if this thing were to squeeze you into a narrow space, you'd be squished. There's no way like to navigate around it or anything. And so up ahead, you see the corridor becomes a intersection that goes east to west.
We better make a decision quick before that thing crushes us.
Let's
would-
go right.
Yeah. Is there anything that's indicating one way is different than the other?
Nope. The grooves here are on both sides, and so like there isn't like that. Like earlier, you had some indication that like there was like something funny going on with the wall. Here, it's on either side. Um, so you wanted to go right,
Yes.
Yeah.
so you go in pursuit to the right. You're gonna get to this point right here, and then you'll have another choice to make: path to the north or path to the south.
Let's go left this time.
Okay.
Is the thing still chasing us?
It is.
Dang it.
All right, you go to the left,
hmm
and is Rio your lead?
It's up to you. I could be like in the back, just so I could push you guys forwards if you go too slow. Whatever you want to do.
I'll be first.
BK, you're in the
Aha.
front.
Yep.
And so as you are moving forward with the pressure of this thing pursuing you, you see right in front of you there's a pit here, like a 5-foot wide pit. Drops maybe 10 feet down.
Okay.
What do you do?
There's a pit that drops 10 feet down right there.
Right there.
And how far across?
Like 5 foot across. It wouldn't be like you could hop over it.
I'm going to do what I probably should have done a while ago, but I'm going to do it right now because it's in the heat of the moment. I'm going to cast Find Traps. I sense the presence of any traps in range within the line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect on you, effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which is specifically intended such by its creator. Thus, the spell would, in the area affected by the alarm spell or glyph of warding,
The
or
pit.
mechanical pit trap.
The pit. Yeah, okay. The pit is a trap. The stone block that is following you is a trap. Those are the two things within line of sight that you see.
Hey, maybe those two things will be like chocolate and peanut butter.
What does that mean?
If we can get to the other side, then that plinth is gonna fall in there. At least I hope so.
All right. I'm gonna do it. Let's jump. I'm gonna jump it.
So, just for, I guess, spatial awareness, the block is moving a bit slower than you, so it's like not on your heels. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like there's like maybe like you're under a time crunch, but it's not like you're in imminent danger of being crushed at all times. Like you're able to like
Mhm.
kind of outrun it.
All right.
All right, so you guys are hopping over the pit. So as you all do that, you get to the other side of the pit, and eventually, like the stone block is in pursuit, and it will move over that pit and drop down into it.
Oh, you
Oh,
were
nice.
right. That's great.
Wow, that was pretty smart.
So that's chocolate and peanut butter.
Well,
Yep.
the chocolate
Uh-oh.
starts to make its appearance from the mouths of some of the different bas reliefs in the wall, because you
Oh.
see that there's sort of this black liquid that starts immediately pouring out of their mouths as the stone dropped into the pit where there's a pressure plate.
Oh dang.
So the pit was a trap.
And now the floors are starting to just slowly kind of fill and coat with oil, this black oil. And you can smell it. It smells like probably a more concentrated version of the same type of oil that you use for your lanterns.
Oh no. Oh no. We gotta go. Are we running forward or back? We gotta go forward. We're going forward, right?
Let's just get out of here.
You go forward and
Yeah.
there's a dead end.
Oh, turn
Oh
back! Go
no!
back! Go back! Run!
You go back. Now you can just walk over this if you want.
Dump it! Don't touch it!
We jump over. Yeah.
Where would you like to go next?
Down!
Down.
Down.
Yeah.
Is it still oily?
It's still oily. It's like just gradually like kind of filling, and you can see like the bottoms of your boots are starting to get saturated.
Oh no. Hurry!
Dead end.
Oh no! Go back! Go back! Go the other way!
You go the other way. Okay, so this turns to the north. Sorry, this is like totally not going to be to scale, but it is what it is.
But wait, that thing was chasing us, right?
It had
And
been.
it could have gone right or left, and we went right and it went right. Does it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it followed you.
Oh, it could have gone left though, right?
It could
I
have.
That would have been bad.
It could have. No, but it'll follow you. It will follow.
It will follow you.
So there's a path to the right closest to you, one to the left, and then at the end of the hall, a path to the right.
Do
Gotta
any
go straight. We gotta go straight. Run!
Up.
Yeah.
Quick glances down either hall as we run past.
yeah, do any of the halls, are they different sizes or
Oh,
anything like that?
no. You're
They're all-
like totally lost as you start running through this labyrinth. So you go up to this north one. This one will zigzag, and you'll find another pit. But as you hop over it and continue, that one goes to a dead end as well.
Oh no!
I thought was
Oh,
gonna happen.
don't
Turn
listen to
back.
me!
And the oil is everywhere, all through this whole place.
Yes.
Where
Oh,
did they
man.
get all this oil from, man?
It's
I
probably
wonder if
like
we would've-
there's probably like a solid like inch or two of oil at this point.
we probably should have picked up that rock that's probably letting the oil come out. Too late now.
So you move back. Where do you want to go now? There's two choices.
Left. Yeah, straight
one?
to the left. Yeah.
All right.
You go first, Presto.
All right.
As you go running that way, there is a pressure plate that you step on, which you can't see because the floors are coated in oil, and some flaming arrows are going to shoot out of the wall.
Holy crap! Are we hoping they hit us so they don't hit the oil?
You want them to hit you, but I rolled a 3 plus 5 is an 8. That's not going to hit any of you. And it strikes the wall and catches one of the mouths that is like exuding the oil, catches flame, and whoosh, demonstrative fireball down the corridor. You could make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay,
Ooh.
there we go.
21.
Mm,
Okay, you save, you'll take half.
16.
You save, you'll take half.
Oh,
Oh,
19.
Okay, you save, you'll take half.
Oh boy. You don't need all those.
How
Yeah.
much is that though?
Oh no, please. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, that's not a
I
small
should do
roll.
absorb
That was a
or
lot of
attempt to do
skulls.
is absorb elements, right? Maybe.
22 fire damage, so 11 because you all
Oh,
saved.
good gracious! Oh, okay, that survived.
Oh boy,
Barely,
I
but-
have 4 hit points left.
It kind of just blows up and burns off like pretty quickly. So that is the brunt of it, but it is
wiping the charcoal from his eyes.
yeah.
Well, at least there's no more oil.
I look at the mouths. Do they start up again, or?
Uh, currently, they don't seem to be like the fire would have like burned the oil up into the things too, so probably the reservoirs have ignited and burned off as well. So, no further oil that you detect pouring out.
You know what I'm thinking right now?
We never should have come here.
Yeah. I guess we go back. I mean, if we need to get out.
So,
Oh no.
from
Well,
this point, you'll navigate through this labyrinth, and eventually you'll find that there is a secret door that will allow you to continue.
Yes.
But it's not readily apparent if you're trying to, you know, outmaneuver the block or get out of the labyrinth before the the
Oil.
oil. Yeah, if you're panicking because of the oil, which seems likely. So I think right here is probably a good place for us to stop, just because we did lose a Dawson, lose a Ken Kennedy, and I don't know. There is probably a good, I think, 2 hours left on level 1 for us to go through. So
Wow.
you helped me get through and test out a good bit of this. Yeah, so feel free to give me any feedback you have about any of the rooms, the traps, the puzzles, if you have ideas for how to tweak them or change them, if you thought damage output was too much or just enough, or DCs were whatever. Feel free to share any of that information with me. Let's see, everything that you've encountered. So the bridge trap was from Grimtooth. The rotating chambers was from Grimtooth. And I think those are the only 2 traps from Grimtooth that you came across. Otherwise, this labyrinth thing was something I have been tinkering with.
You're
The
sick.
the Hellcat chamber, the rat
That's
trap chamber
horrible.
was mine, and
So,
the mimic puzzle I am still tinkering with.
so if we would have like jumped from column to column, would we have gotten to go to the other side without an issue?
That would work. Yeah, because the columns aren't really what's moving so much. Um,
I thought the columns were up to this, like that they were appeared at least to be to the ceiling. So.
they are, but they're not supporting the ceiling. Like they allow the floor and the
They're more of a
ceiling.
guide.
Yeah.
They're guides.
Yeah, it's
Guideposts.
like an
more than-
elevator, it slides up and down the poles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still confused. Visually, I'm confused about how that room moves and what we saw when we were left up top.
So when you were
I
left
under
up top, you saw a hallway because that's what's above the ceiling. When it comes down, it lowers like an elevator.
Like it's like a thick layer of stone with a tunnel in it as the ceiling of that room that Ken got
Yeah.
stuck in, right?
Yeah,
I
So
see.
like when it
so here's the chamber. Inside the cube, there's the portal, right? It looks down into this cube. When the cube depresses, it reveals this hallway, and then you got the chamber underneath then.
because the hallway is
Um,
above us at first, right? When
Yep.
it's not.
Yep. Yep. The tunnel, the connecting chamber is above you, and so it drops down. Like everything basically is like a layered cake, and it
right.
Yeah.
drops down.
Okay.
And when it's not depressed, we see the door over there, right? The other side of the end of the hall, or the
Yeah.
corridor.
Yep. Yep. So there would be
Yeah.
the hallway then continues. All right.
Yeah. It's fun. I like how it's deadly.
I really enjoy the labyrinth aspect of it. Like, it would be really cool to really take time and be like, all right, let's let's
Mhm.
figure out our way through this thing without just, kicking down doors and things like that. So
Yeah, I have some ideas too.
So
You want us to send them to you like a private message kind of situation?
sure, yeah, that would work. So the other thing that you guys don't know about the stone block is it will never crush you.
What?
It will never crush you. So if you get to a dead end, this is what happens. Because that's when you're going to start to freak out, right? Like you're at the end of a dead end and the stone is slowly moving towards you and you think it's going to crush you. So what would you do?
Probably try to think of some spell to stop it. Like I was going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp to try to grab it or something.
Okay.
That was the plan I had.
So potentially some magic. It's quite possible that some of you are going to go and try to push against
Try to
the
push on
stone,
it. Uh,
and once it gets within 10 feet of a dead end, a bunch of spikes protrude from it. So it will skewer anybody that is trying to actively resist it, but it will stop there. It won't crush, like it won't pursue you any further than that. And then at that time, another magic mouth will taunt you.
Oh,
how do you get out of it?
yeah.
Or you don't? You're done.
Well, if you just go to the end of the hallway and you don't do anything, it will eventually it'll stop and then it will withdraw.
Reset.
So actively resisting it is like the the lesson
action.
is like just like let it be and like maybe don't struggle is what she's suggesting to her friend, her former friend. So
Yeah. And she likens her friend to a rat, and then she puts her in a maze.
yep.
There's like a theme going on there. And the cat,
And
like
Dara had as a these are thieves. These are friends that belonged to the same thieves guild, and so her friend Dara had a pretty big fear of mimics. That's what the mimic room was alluding to. As a treasure hunter, you don't want to, be wrong about a treasure chest, and so she had a fear of mimics, so she filled it with mimics.
What was the sphere?
It was a stone of good luck.
That would have been helpful.
So the hands would have they would have communicated if Ken had a higher persuasion check or whatever, because The hands belong to all. I don't know if you're picking up on much of the story at this point. Like, there's more things the further on you go, but the magic mouth belongs to Lyria, who is the leader of this thieves guild, who was betrayed by them and, like, ousted as guild leader. And so she came and co-opted this dungeon to try to lure the people that overturned her. So the hands all belong to former thieves that she had lured here and cut their hands off.
Oh.
And so they would have been like, yeah, go kill this person, like, get revenge for us or whatever. Here, have the stone. Um,
Well, why
Yeah.
were they being so mean then?
because they're rapscallions. They're trying to pickpocket Ken over there, and they didn't belong to good people.
That was fun.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool. It would be like a little bit of a homebrew, or it would make them more deadly already. But if the hands had sneak attack,
Oh,
'cause they're
yeah.
rogue hands.
Oh, good idea.
Oh no! I like the wet willies. Those
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah, definitely. I did like how each room of hands was different. It made it fun.
Yeah. Obviously, we lost Ken, but sort of the idea of some of the early traps is that Lyria is taunting Dara, like trying to cage her. The hands aren't really supposed to be a deadly threat to her, but more. It's like supposed to be a lot of humiliation stuff at the beginning until gradually it like kicks up to the deadlier threat level.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, thanks for helping me give it a run through. Maybe we'll have to pick it up again sometime and do the second half here, so you can see the
Yeah,
tri-
heck yeah.
the trap golem is like the big boss of the first level, and so
Oh yeah,
I need
that'd be
I need
great.
to try that combat at some point because it's pretty wild.
It's funny, we had an unintentional combo with our magic items because that apparatus that allows you to cast any spell. If you have a high intelligence, it's amazing because you could just always get your Arcana checks, But I intentionally made Presto's Arcana the minimum so that you fail it all the time. But like if it's anyway, unintentional combo there. If you'd put on the helmet.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the intention. I didn't want to. I think that magic item is crazy. But like if you have a low intelligence, it's fun, But if otherwise, it's like it bonkers. You can just cast any spell you want out of the whole book. But yeah, anyway. And man, we got raggedy. I'm down to 9, and you said you were down to 5. What was
4.
real? Or 4?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think short rest
yeah.
was probably in order at some point
That's
for you
probably
guys.
what we're gonna do.
So,
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Maybe we could find someone stuck down here or something.
there are a number of NPCs that you can interact with throughout.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
nice.
Um,
Maybe Doc could be one of those.
probably you wouldn't encounter this just the way that you guys are going, but so let's say you progress down the southern hallway, that secret passage that opened up. There are things that there's some magic items you can find down there, and there is a mirror of life trapping that has some of the thieves of yesteryear trapped in it. So
Oh
you
wow.
could release them, and they have no interest in pursuing the treasure, the reliquary of the Silent Sisters, but they'll fill you in on things and potentially give you some guidance. There is also one of the priests from this religious order that is trapped in a ring of mind shielding. And so if you can find a way to communicate with them, they would tell you that basically this object that you guys came here for in the first place, the reliquary of the Silent Sisters, the religious artifact, it was stolen from them by Lyria and Dara when they were still friends.
Oh.
And then after their fallout, Lyria had taken it and brought it back to the monks. That I don't know if you're picking up on this part of it, but basically this whole labyrinth is a meditation hall. So like if you wanted to come and and safeguard your secrets, you'd come to this hallway and follow the grooves and meditate on that piece of information and send it up to the vaults of this god who would then protect that knowledge, whatever it is. So Lyria returned with the reliquary like many years later and said, I don't know, repented. Like she convinced them that she was bringing it back because she saw the error of her ways and that she would help them safeguard the sanctuary for the item for so that no one would steal it ever again. But they didn't really realize that she was just using their labor to create all these death traps. And then she trapped. There's a chamber where they are all the monks died because she trapped them in this room and killed them.
Mm.
But the one person was protected by a was attuned to a ring of mind shielding, so they are trapped in the ring. So if you get a hold of the ring, you can talk to that priest and get that backstory. So, so I did try to put a little bit of story in the trap dungeon, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh,
I was thinking maybe the grooves were going to be like if you trace them with your fingers as you walk, there would be a switch that would turn off the trap or something. You know, like
Mm.
so if you did.
That's what I thought
Oh.
That's what I
too.
was kind of guessing it was.
That's exactly what I was
That's where my
thinking.
mind was going.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I think there's like points in like there's levers all over, right, for like various things, and so they will lead you to like secret doors and things like that. But for the most part, they are the meditative piece. So.
I mean, either way, it sounds like just right off the bat, it sounds like this is like a very replayable adventure. Maybe not so player point, but I'm sure. I would say maybe player point too, because there's other options. But like DM especially, because it seems like there's so many ways your players can go throughout this thing. Seems like it would be fun to see all the different options players
Yeah.
would go.
I think there's like mainly three. I like to make sure that there's like choice in when you're navigating a dungeon that you do have meaningful choices. So I'd say there's like kind of three branches that you could take that all will eventually take you to like the end of the adventure, but
Mm-hmm.
depending on the choices you make, you'll maybe have a different experience or the story will be laid out differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. Well, thanks for helping me out with this here tonight. Appreciate that. We'll probably have to do some more playtests because, like I said, the second half of this we need to see happen. I need to play test a few traps and combats and such, and I still have to write level 2. So once I get level 2 written, I need to test that stuff as well. So thanks. I think for us this weekend we have some Dolmenwood tomorrow morning, so we're back with
Mm-hmm.
Dolmenwood at 10. So that's exciting. Looking forward to getting back into that. Um, Extra Life is this week, so if you want to check out all of the events that we have, we're raising some money for the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. Every $100 I raise before Thanksgiving, I'm going to add an hour to the Friday stream, which is going to be a retro video game stream. So I think, like I said, like last year or 2 years ago when we did it, I think we ended up doing 12 hours. So I don't know if we're gonna get quite there, but well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll go as long as the donations came in. So check that out and come check out a stream this week if you're not playing in one already. So I think we'll throw a raid over. Seems like Goodman Games is streaming, so we'll go and see what they're up to. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take it easy and have a good weekend.
Good night.